Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions for the second time after defeating the New England Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker received the honor of Super Bowl MVP. Before the big game, both the Ohio State men's and women's basketball teams were in action yesterday. The men's squad lost at home to the team up north 82-61. They'll lace them up again at home versus USC on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the women's team won at Oregon 80-64. They'll return home for a ranked matchup against number 22 Maryland this Sunday. And finally, James Harden made his Cavs debut on Saturday. He had 23 points and 8 assists in a 132-126 victory over the Sacramento Kings. This update is sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a good deal waiting for you at Old Bag of Nails. Get a buy one, get one free deal on burgers on the app. Terms apply. See app for details.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
We're the 5 best rappers of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Happy Monday after the Super Bowl. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, go to hell. Tyvis, how are you doing, bud?
You know, it was a very, very long weekend for me, but we got through it. We made it. It was actually very eventful.
How was the Hall of Fame induction?
It was good. It was good.
Went up to Northeast Ohio, got inducted into a Hall of Fame.
Yep, Bedford
Not
Hall
the
of
one
Fame.
you dreamed of, but not the one in Canton.
I mean,
as we learned yesterday during the Super Bowl, the one that looks like an orange juicer, as we saw that. I saw that commercial.
Yes.
But yeah.
I mean, well, heck, they letting everybody in nowadays, so, you know, I might have to sit on the ballot for a good 30 years. But
Bill
know.
Belichick on line one to say they are? They letting everybody in? I didn't get that memo.
No, the Hall of Fame was good. This weekend was just I had a lot going on. Obviously,
you got to go to your old high school, Bedford High School.
Yep, I watched him play Garfield. I watched Marcus Johnson.
Oh, former Buckeye commit.
Yeah, he
currently is now at South Carolina.
He's going. Yeah, I think he's going to South Carolina.
That's right. Yeah.
It was one of those games where it was like, Garfield had him. It wasn't like a lot outside of him. Like they had a big who was okay, but he wasn't like a threat. And Bedford they had like a guy who could hit threes, but like the rest of the team they couldn't make the easy layups. It was like funny just watching them like not make the easy layups. So the game was kind of close. I was going to leave after halftime. They was going to bring us out to the half-court line, honor us there, and then I was going to leave. But it was like a 5-point game at halftime. And I'm like, my wife like, well, you said that Garfield was going to win, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I thought they was. I mean, they got a kid that's going to South Carolina, you would think. Yeah. And it stayed close into the fourth quarter, and you know, Marcus Johnson he hit some dagger shots. He's a really good passer too. But as far as that, like star in South Carolina, I didn't walk away was like, oh yeah, this guy's the next guy. Like I didn't have that feeling. So that was cool. Saturday had a lot going on. I went to this place called East Union, which is like a Amish bulk food store.
What's it called?
East Union.
East Union.
Yeah.
Okay.
They was like the closest thing we got in Columbus is actually in Marysville, where you can buy like bulk items, organic stuff.
Oh.
That's what my wife
I didn't even know we had that in Marysville.
I didn't either. My wife was telling me about that.
I got to hit that place up.
So we went there, did some shopping for some like deli meats and stuff like that. Then I had to go to a funeral.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
My mother-in-law's cousin passed away.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we had to go to that, and that was very emotional, especially for her, because she's like a strong woman, but she was like really showing her emotions in that one, so it was kind of hard to see there. And then I had to leave that and then go to Bedford to do the Hall of Fame ceremony,
the actual like dinner and induction and all that.
Yeah, so I had to take my picture from my plaque, and then I said it was supposed to be a 5-minute limit on speeches.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did everybody else blow through that speed limit? Is that what happened?
So in my mind, I told everybody, I'm going to be up there for 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Oh, I think I know how this went.
I said I'm going to be up there for 3 minutes. But I went like, it was 6 of us. I was 5. I was the 5th person to go. So 4 people in front of me went over. So I said, well, it'd be disrespectful if I go up there and do 3 minutes.
Oh, it would be no. I think it would be entirely respectful of everybody's time to just be like.
I feel like I would be like, they'll look at me like I'm wrong because everybody else that went like 9 minutes and I'm the only one that go like 3. Like I feel like that's wrong. So I went up there and I spoke and I didn't write nothing down, so I just went up there and just spoke, and it was a great speech.
It was
turned out to be a great. Yeah, Martin Luther King would have been proud.
Oh wow, that's tomorrow, buddy. Hot Take Tuesday is tomorrow. I didn't know we were getting off at MLK. He's all right as a speech, but mine was better. That's pretty good.
You know what actually happened is that you got the shot in the ace the day before, and you thought you could last longer.
Oh, see,
shout out to Tri-State Men's Health.
That's a you know what? Dylan's coming for your endorsement. Is what I'm going to tell you right there. Dylan's trying to get a little bit of extra cash. Yeah, that's so you did all that, and then Sunday you kept it low key. Nothing big, no major life events.
Sunday I go.
What'd you do Sunday? Tell the people the jam-packed weekend you had.
I got my kids Christian. What is it? Christian?
Christened. I think. I don't know.
I can't never say it correctly.
We didn't do it.
We got that done Sunday morning. Went to church. Got that done.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had to do it one at a time.
No, it was all together. One thing. We was there. My youngest daughter just couldn't sit still while we was on stage. So yeah,
I bet that was a big hit at the church, though. I always liked it in church when the kid was like, picking his nose or like, goofing around. Everybody's trying to be so serious. I like that. I like it when the kids just have them. Yeah, that's being a kid. That's what they should do.
So it worked out good because like I had my oldest with me and my wife had
your pregnant wife had to deal with who was being a menace. That's great.
So Lay was good. She was just very shy. She's very shy.
Sure. She's up in front of a whole bunch of people at the church.
The other one is built to be a music performer or something like that.
Oh,
she go. Oh yeah. She gonna show out. She don't care who looking.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. See, I did. What did I do all weekend? Nothing. Like literally sat around because. Partially, oldest had show choir, which was up in Twinsburg.
I know.
Which was right down the street from where you were.
I said, T-Bone's kid is right here in Twinsburg.
Yeah. My oldest was there, and they did their thing. They did a great job. Shout out to the Marysville Show Choir, Swingers Unlimited, and Swingers Select. Because you start out as a swing choir. I didn't come up with the name. I didn't come up with the name.
It's just upside down pineapples. What's wrong with you?
No, don't.
The rumor is
swing choir. They were a swing choir, and that's where the swingers part comes from. And that was made up a bunch of years ago. Not now.
The rumor is that swingers theme fits in well in Marysville. That's just what I hear on the street.
Wait, for real?
That's what I hear.
What you say?
Really?
My sources. That's what they say.
Dylan,
they're out there in Marysville.
Are you telling me that? Wait, hang on. Are you telling me that there is a ring of swingers
allegedly
in Marysville?
Allegedly, that's what I hear.
T-Bone's one of them.
Oh, I tell you what,
that's why he's acting naked.
Yeah, that's what the people are looking for. It's like, hey, here's a 350-pound ginger who's former ginger, now gray, who's just walking around, waddling through.
I'm about to say everybody got their thing.
I tell you what, not a lot of people have been hitting me up for their thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one comes up and is like, I just got to confess to you. I know you're married, but you're my thing. I've never had anybody do that. It's just what I'm telling you.
I'm hearing there's a whole Marysville Illuminati.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Surprised you haven't been hit up for that.
I just live there, man. I'm trying to just stay low key, not be a big. I'm just there. I'm glad that it's a nice little town, whatever. Yeah, but that was what were we? Oh yeah, swingers.
The swingers, right. Yes.
Yeah. So I stayed at home with the youngest. So that's what I had nothing. I was just at home, just doing stuff around the house. So nothing. Although I did watch some Super Bowl yesterday.
Good. What you think of
football? Oh, I enjoyed the fact that the Super Bowl ended and it's over and we're done with that. Like it was kind of not the best game I've ever seen.
Why?
Picked up a little bit in the second half.
It was too much defense being played.
It wasn't. I don't know if it was even too much defense. It was that nobody on either offense for the first. I shouldn't say nobody. Most of the offensive prowess was not there in the first half. So yeah, it was a defensive battle. I know that's something you appreciate.
It was great
as a former defensive player.
It was great.
You didn't want to see one touchdown in the first half to get us going. You want to see like a lightning rod type of play?
I actually enjoy watching Christian Gonzalez do what he did.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
I mean, that man was. If it wasn't for him, they would have had like 21 points.
I texted a buddy of mine and said, like in the first half, I said we could have Christian Gonzalez be the MVP of this game if they could like manage a touchdown.
I was thinking that too.
He was playing out of his mind.
He could win the MVP because Drake May was selling wolf tickets. I was like, this man, he got something on the game. Remember,
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. What does selling wolf tickets mean? Can I understand that one? What is
faking? He was not. He just was not what I thought he was going to be.
Okay.
He really.
Okay.
The lights were too bright. I seen Jared Allen out there. Lights was brighter than expected.
Yeah.
And all I thought about during that game was Dylan saying, well, 70% of the bettors are taking Seattle, laying the points.
Yeah.
That's got to be something. I was like, oh, they was on something.
We got a group chat message yesterday where Dylan's like, look at you guys. You guys said this is going to be a great game. And it's like, one, I don't think we did. I think I said I'm excited to see what happens between these two. I'm not like down on this Super Bowl beforehand because it's the Seahawks and the Patriots. I remember that we talked about like, I think it could be a good matchup. And guess what? It was a tight game in the first half. And then second half, Seahawks started to exert their dominance, pull away a little bit. But then in the group chat, that happened with Dylan. And we're both like, hey, Dylan, weren't you the one saying, oh, take the Patriots
in the point.
That money line public's stupid. It's like, what? I think they
70%. You know when I realized that Seattle was going to win this game?
When it kicked off?
When Drake tweeted out he taking the Patriots. I said, yeah. We good to go.
That was a rough night for Jordan.
Good to go.
It was 2 years in a row where a Drake had a rough night at the Super Bowl. Let's put it that way, because Kendrick did it last year and the Seahawks defense did it this year. All right, more Super Bowl discussion coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Right now, your road conditions are looking pretty normal, nice and green on our big map. But yeah, average drive times all around the metro. A live look at our west side commuters. This is 270 in both directions by Cemetery Road and closer to Hilliard. No issues to worry about out there, and especially no worries in our southeast corner. On 33, Gender Road to 270 will only take you 4 minutes this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment.
On any Ford tire purchase.
And Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of Ford tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
The nightmare of the cleared drain. Those drain clearing specials from the other guys seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. It's done right the first time, so that nightmare of a drain becomes a dream come true. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call 614-232-2222 to get started.
With aging parents, you want to keep an eye on their finances without coming off like you're taking over their lives. With Huntington Bank, you can help protect your loved one's account right from your own. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
At Synergenics and Low T Center, we're extending our New Year's promo to February. Book a free testosterone test and pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you're there. They also work with most insurance plans. Go to lowtcenter.com or synergenics.com and book your free T-test.
It's a new year. Ready for a fresh start or career reboot? At My Computer Career, prep for a more recession-resistant future in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, in months, not years, including AI. Whether you're starting out or switching careers, no prior training is needed. Attend school online from home or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu to take the free career evaluation today. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's truck season at Germain Toyota, and the deals are about as tough as the trucks. Get into a new 2026 Toyota Tundra with $299% financing for up to 72 months plus $1,000 in Toyota Financial Services finance cash, or lease a 2026 Tacoma SR5 for just $289 a month for 39 months, 10,000 miles per year, and $36.99 due at signing. Power, reliability, and offers that work as hard as you do. Visit Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or check them out online at germaintoyota.net.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Race into savings now at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors in a wide variety of styles. Add beauty to your home with interior doors from Mastercraft. Shop our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way in-store or online. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com and race to savings on Mastercraft doors today.
Save big money at Menards.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Black history is American history. And when we have honest, age-appropriate conversations with our students about our history, the good and the bad, we can pave the way to make a better future for all of us. This Black History Month, let's come together and stand up for our students' freedom to learn.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A chilly start this morning, so you'll definitely need the jacket as you head out the door, with temperatures in the teens to even single digits in some spots. By this afternoon, temperatures will get right around the freezing mark with increasing clouds. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 20s. Tuesday will be our warmest day with partly sunny skies and highs in the mid to low 40s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
You can always tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter, or hop into the YouTube chat. We got the usual suspects in there. Darren's in there. Quentin. Rusty always is there popping it off. Chrome Dome with Did Anybody Actually Watch Bad Bunny? And of course, the guy behind the glass, Dylan, raised his hand.
Yes.
Even, did you understand what he was saying?
Not mostly.
What? I thought your Espanol was pretty good.
Me and both Bad Bunny Puerto Rican, but I blame my parents. Teach your brother Spanish. You know it. What are you doing?
You don't speak.
Your parents
fluid.
taught you. Teach me.
I mean, I think
you taught me English.
I mean, I know how to do radio, but I'm not necessarily teaching my kids how to do it. They got to figure that out on their own. I think there's a little bit of that.
Why are you defending my parents? You don't even know them. You know me.
You know what?
Didn't you have?
I like them. Dylan, I just would say I like them. I don't know much about them, but I like them already.
Isn't that a requirement to get
it's
out of high school?
It's a requirement for them to teach me.
No. Well,
yes, it is.
Do they speak fluid?
Yes.
Oh,
both of them.
then
I wasn't there in their childhood, but I would probably argue, based off of who their parents are, that Spanish was probably their first language, but they speak English so well that no one would guess that.
No, I mean, I'm envious. I tweeted this out last night, and it got taken totally. I don't even know. I didn't even expect this.
What'd you say?
I said, when I hear people speaking Spanish and I can't understand it, I don't view that as a them problem. I view that as a me problem. Like, when I'm watching Bad Bunny last night, I'm like, I'm envious. I'm like, I wish I knew Spanish. I wish I was someone who knew Spanish so I could enjoy this more than I did. I mean, I liked it. It was great. I thought you didn't have to speak the language to get the message of that, which was like, here's someone who is showing how he came from humble beginnings and now is living the American dream. When he gave the little boy the Grammy, I thought, I mean, how could you not think that was kind of cool, right? But I also wish I knew some more of his songs. I did hear one sound when the violin started playing, and I was like, oh. Yeah, I was like, I know that one.
That's
I
the
heard
only
that
one
one,
I
yeah.
know.
Right. So I found out I did know a Bad Bunny song, or I had heard it at least, so I was aware of that. But no, I mean, overall, I know people get all sideways, but I literally just said, I wish I knew more Spanish. And people were like, in America, you want to speak Spanish? Like,
you mean to
I
tell
wish I
me?
knew a bunch of I wish I was one of these people that could speak 7 languages fluently. I wish I was that person.
You didn't hop on YouTube and watch
who?
They call me
ball with the ball? I didn't know.
Listen, I was curious.
I didn't go watch Ball with the
My
Ball.
wife pulled it up on her phone, and he had 4.2 million people watching it when I got. But this was after Bad Bunny went off. I was like, you know what? Hurry up and go on YouTube and let me see what they did there.
Well,
they had 4.2 million.
Yeah, I saw that. It was funny.
And it was
I saw that people were showing that apparently the lip sync track he was using was off, and so he was it wasn't synced up on the video, so he's singing parts of it and pumping his fist, and then a second later it'd be like, ball with the ball. And it's he missed it. Oh, I see. I don't know if it was not synced up there or if it wasn't synced up on the audio, but yeah, whatever. If you enjoyed that, great. If you enjoyed Bad Bunny, awesome. For me, I enjoyed Bad Bunny. I thought that was fine.
By the way, I found the tweet. So if you're ever betting, if there's some type of big sporting event and you're torn between who you should bet on, you wait till Drake posts, because he's going to tell you exactly who he's he's putting his money down on. The tweet is he Instagrammed it, excuse me, put it on IG. He bet $1 million that the New England Patriots will win. That $1 million was estimated to pay out $2.9 million.
Oh.
And his caption says,
it would have hit, yeah.
Bet against me if you dare. Oh, Drake. Oh, I dare.
Oh, I dare.
Oh, I double dare.
That's the opposite of there's those stock market accounts that follow what the high profile senators are doing. And then they're like, oh, they're all dumping their shares in this energy company. Maybe I should do the same. That's the opposite of what you do with Drake. Is when you see him betting one way, you go the other way and you say, no, I'm going to short Drake, essentially, is what you're doing from an investment standpoint. Though it's not investing, it's gambling. And they're very different. Very different.
I wonder how Scotty Vegas did.
You know what?
He gave us the first quarter under bet.
I saw that. That definitely hit.
That was right. I did see, too, that, wasn't it Kenneth Walker Jr. got loose and looked like he was scoring a touchdown there at the end, and then they called it back for holding. But that was one that if that touchdown had gone, if that one went, it would have hit the game's over. And instead, so I'm sure there are people who are like, I'm going to never cash this bet after watching that first half. And then they saw the second half kind of go the way it was, and they're like, oh, hey, little garbage time touchdown here from the Patriots, maybe. And then Kenneth Walker does his thing, and they're like, yes, and then no. And that's just the worst feeling.
Wasn't it 42 and a half?
I think so, yeah.
And they got 42.
Yeah, didn't hit.
Oh, the total? I think it was 45 or 45.
Well, either way, it was under it. And so if you had the over, I'm just saying, that's the worst type of bet to have, is one where you're convinced early in the game, you're like, oh, this is done. And then they reel you back in late in the game with some garbage time points, and you think, maybe I'm going to get this bet after all. And then it still doesn't hit. Right. And that sucks.
I want to take this time to point out that the people in the chat is 100% wrong. They saying everybody's talking about what their favorite halftime performances was.
Okay.
Yeah, Quentin said he loved Kendrick Lamar. Mario said J-Lo and Secure was the best he's seen in a long time. As if the one in L.A. never happened. That to me makes me laugh.
What's the one in L.A.?
What?
No, what do you...
Eminem?
Oh, that the best halftime show we've ever seen since Michael Jackson. That one.
And Kendrick was at that one too.
I enjoyed that one. And
Kendrick
that one
was at that one.
Yeah.
That one was great for those of us millennials who are like, oh yeah, this is all stuff from high school.
I was up there dancing.
I was loving it.
I was sea walking.
That was the one where they had the house, right? And it was different, they were on. Yeah,
that was upside down. And fat. I mean, boy, I was like, they gotta have some good material.
Curtis Jackson he still got it, man. At least he's still in shape. By the way, Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, whenever he would go at Floyd Mayweather for not knowing how to read is still one of my favorite internet things of all time.
Yeah. Now, his beef with Rick Ross is never going to end.
His beef with anyone he beefs with.
Apparently. Yeah. Didn't he buy out P. Diddy vindication on that one. He was vindicated on that beef. That was, good for you. No,
Jay-Z showed up in the files and he went loose, boy. Woo-wee.
I'm surprised Jay-Z didn't just release 3 albums just to be like, oh, what? Here's something else to
He
consider.
was at the game yesterday.
Yeah, was he? That's good. Yeah,
he produces the halftime.
That's
show.
right. Of course he does. Yes, of course. That's right. Yeah, that's of course he does.
I don't care what the Super Bowl halftime show could have been sung in Swahili, and it still would have been the best part of the game because the game sucked. Commercials not that great either.
I don't know one commercial that stood out.
I like the Instacart commercial with Ben Stiller. That was it.
Oh yeah, that was the one where it was him and what's his face, Benson Boone.
Yes,
and he tries to like replicate the jumping and flipping stuff, and he crashes into the drum set. Yes, that was I liked that commercial. My wife was a big fan. I had seen this commercial, but she hadn't because she's not as online as me, I guess. Shout out to me for being a loser. But a loser. But I like that Pepsi commercial where the polar bear does the blind taste test, and then he has like an existential crisis because he didn't pick Coke. Yeah. That was pretty good. I like that one. But then I'm trying to think, the Pro Football Hall of Fame where they were the food one.
Yeah.
When they said that looks like an orange juice or like a juicer, I was like, I knew that shape looked familiar, but I've never put that together. That's stupid on my part. I've driven past that thing 100 times. Never thought about that. Never officially connected the dots on that. Yeah. Overall, I thought, yes, the AI commercials sucked. Those were all awful. The ones where you're just like, oh, okay.
Well, AI's taking over, and it was,
I don't know anything about that.
Can I rebuttal to the shot you took at me at the end of the last break?
What was the shot? Oh, yes, that you were all on, like, the Patriots, the money line.
I will always fade the public till I die. It's not going to hit every single time.
No, I know.
Fade the public.
But you were giving us crap for something we didn't say, and I'm just pointing out we said we were excited to watch the Super Bowl.
2 weeks, I said how boring and disgusting this game was going to be between these two boring and disgusting teams, and you guys are no.
Why? Why did you say it was going to be boring and disgusting?
It was boring.
I do.
Well,
that's
y'all own problem. Y'all don't appreciate good things. You know what I watched last night? I watched 2 defensive-minded head coaches. By the way, I think Mike McDonald, is it safe to say Mike McDonald might be the defensive version of Shane McVay?
Sean McVay,
excuse me.
Yeah. And Timothy McVay. Actually, people are saying that.
Is it safe to say that? That Sean McVay is like, second year head coach, defensive-minded guy. He's a genius. Defense was dominant.
Yeah.
Had the number 1 defense all year.
I'll tell you this.
Young guy.
I feel like the fact
only sees his son 30 minutes a week.
Is that real?
You didn't see that?
No, I missed that part.
He sees his son 30 minutes, I think, every week.
Is that like court-ordered or what's happening?
No.
Why is he only seeing his son 30 minutes a week?
He's extremely busy.
Yeah, okay. You all right. I mean, he won a Super Bowl. Maybe now the kid can be. It's bad when the dad's like, "Mommy, who's that strange man on TV? He looks vaguely familiar." She's like, "Son, that's your father. He's winning a Super Bowl right now. Sorry, he'll be home in a week. You'll see him."
They said on the broadcast that he's the first defensive play calling head coach to win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
That was kind of shocking to me.
It is a little shocking but you're right. I mean, a lot of these guys get promoted because they're brilliant offensive minds. Well, let's let him go run the offense, but we don't do that as much with defense. Unless you're the Browns. I mean, the Browns thought about doing it and then ultimately decided not to. Yeah. In a season where this became the thing that now everyone will replicate it, everyone will go, maybe we need our Mike McDonald. Maybe we need a guy who's defensive-minded who can be our head coach.
It's too late for that.
Browns decided to not do that.
All the vacancies have been filled.
As Timbaland said, it's too late to apologize.
Yeah, he spends 30 minutes to an hour with his young son, Jack, on Thursday.
Really?
Yep.
Is that it's too late?
That's the Timbaland song, but it's
that's not it. Okay, my bad.
One Republic, they're the ones who say that.
Right. Yes. Equally as hard as Timbaland, One Republic. Famously, don't go in the streets when One Republic's out. You just,
Timbaland just does the
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's exactly it. In 2 minutes, we'll talk about an embarrassment for Ohio State. Coming up next, T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still no major concerns to report as of right now. No crashes and no slowdowns. And hopefully we can keep it that way for this quiet start to our Monday morning. A live look at 71, particularly that northbound direction over by Frank Road. A little bit more people heading towards the city right now. And good morning for our friends in Delaware County. Just in case you were stepping out the door, 71 in both directions. Still looking great, especially if you're passing Westerville. Even 23 northbound by Lewis Center got you there at 50 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey everybody, it's Berm from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan. There are a lot of reasons that we should be working to get healthier and happier in our lives, but one of the unexpected benefits of losing weight, my wife no longer elbows me in the ribs at 2 a.m. I didn't realize how bad the snoring had gotten until it's gotten better. And that's the kind of change I'd hoped to achieve when I lost 35 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. 35 pounds down in just 6 weeks and officially under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years. That number still feels fake when I say it out loud, but it's real. And what's just as real is how good everything else feels. There are no joint flare-ups. I'm moving around a lot better and never feels like a chore. I'm aware of when things feel wrong, and I'm also aware when things feel right. Thanks to my Awaken 180 coach, Mandy, I've learned how to eat, how to adjust, and now I'm heading into maintenance with a plan. That's what Awaken 180 really does. It teaches you how to keep going once the weight is gone. Free support for life with the solution for weight loss. Go to awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. You're home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We will later on the show, top of the hour, 7 o'clock hour. I have some audio from one Myles Garrett talking about the quarterback situation with the Browns. Mm-hmm. He had a lot to say. He was at the Super Bowl and went differently than the last time he was at the Super Bowl talking, right? Because this time last year, remember, he was very actively saying how he did not trust the plan with the Browns. Now he had some thoughts on what the Browns' plan is at quarterback. You will hear those.
Him and Micah Parsons was very. He's witty. His rebuttals is good.
Yeah, there were a few where Micah Parsons tried to throw some shade at him. I think didn't he walk out? Am I wrong that Myles Garrett brought both his defensive player of the year awards out and set them on the?
Did he do that?
He did. He said I have a couple special guests unannounced. And he brought out the two defensive player awards and set them right in front of Micah Parsons.
That's funny.
That's pretty good. I don't deny that was a pretty epic troll there. Here's a troll that I guess was deserved. It just sucks that it happened. Yesterday, end of this game, Ohio State played Michigan, and if you're not familiar, Buckeyes lost by 21 points because they are not as good as Michigan, and I think anyone who's watched either of those teams play more than a couple games would be able to tell you why they knew that might be a thing. But we'll talk about the game in a second.
Man.
We got down to the end, and I didn't realize that this many Michigan fans had come out of the woodwork for this team, but apparently they have. They were in attendance at the shot, and they had the chant going at the end, let's go blue, instead of let's go Bucks. To the point, it was loud enough, and this was on the broadcast, and I don't know what it sounded like. Again, the crowd miking versus what you hear when you're actually on the floor of the game might be different. Like, that, Tyvis. Like, when you're down on the ground level of a stadium, where the field mics might be just right next to a section where it's a lot louder than maybe what the actual stadium sounds like, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, but I heard that chant going, and I see a couple of the cheerleaders start let's go. Like they're doing the pom-poms to like we would do with Let's Go Bucks.
Yeah.
But it was Let's Go Blue was on the broadcast. It was a bad visual. I'm going to guess in the arena there were more like Let's Go Bucks people trying to get that chant started to drown it out, and maybe that's what they heard. But this is an embarrassment that at the shot you have Michigan fans chanting Let's Go Blue because there were no Buckeye fans. What were they going to do? Shut them up by saying, no, scoreboard? No, you're down by 20. And it was not a close game. That speaks to the entire problem right now with the basketball program. It's an embarrassing product from the minute you walk into that arena to the minute you leave. It is embarrassing there. From what the team's doing, from what the crowd is, from the atmosphere, like the whole thing. And I put that on Ross Bjork. Ross Bjork needs to actually do something about fixing this program because this is This is not acceptable as a Buckeye fan. I don't care if you don't like basketball that much. It's not acceptable.
It was definitely a little BTA action. It was
Michael Irvin wasn't even a Michigan fan, and he had the belt out. He was like, "I've been summoned. Someone is getting their ass kicked right now."
So as I'm watching this game, you kind of knew where it was going early, like very early, to the point where Dylan even texts like, "I think I seen all I needed."
At halftime. I was done.
Oh, yeah.
I was at Kitchen Social. I started dying laughing because I swear I had the same feeling like, man, I see where this is headed. I mean, they shot the ball well, and they in the beginning of the game, they had like 6 offensive rebounds. I was just like, what do we don't get boards anymore? Yeah, it was.
No, we don't.
It was one of those things where poor Bruce, he was trying everything he could in that first half to try to keep it close, but it was just not.
And you know what? I mean, he ended up having 16 points, but if you watch that first half, he was okay. I mean, he did some things, but they had Yaxel on him.
Yeah.
Yaxel Lindeborg, one of their best players, who is, what is he, like 6'8"? Or is he taller than that? 6'9". They have him clamping Bruce, for the most part.
Yeah.
That's just get a guy in the portal who can actually do that stuff. That it does take that. But also, that's good coaching to say, I'm going to put one of my biggest guys on one of your leaders and make him work for everything. And he did get some stuff, but the size advantage. Why can you do that? Because you don't have bigs who can take advantage of when you pull a guy who's 6'9". That guy doesn't necessarily play in the paint anyway because they got a bunch of other guys who are huge.
Yeah.
But this is part of the issue. Ohio State doesn't have the personnel, and they definitely don't have the coaches to overcome the lack of personnel, and that's a problem.
Then I watched Gabe Cupps got in there. He only played 3 minutes, but in those 3 minutes, I watched him get on Mara on a mismatch, and they was about to he got that ball and started backing him down, and I'm like, all right, they gonna collapse. They let him get all the way to the cup, then decided to collapse. He kicks it out for an open 3, bang. I said, yeah, y'all ain't got nothing coming today. It's over. It's over. It is what it is. I mean, right now, you got a good recruiting class coming in, so you hope that maybe, but it's just going to take a while. It's going to take a while. That's just what it is.
It shouldn't,
you hope.
But that's the problem is.
I don't know why.
Tyvis, the problem is, if it was you were playing a Michigan team that for the last 10 years has been this, I would agree with you that hey, they've had a head start. Dusty May got hired at the same offseason as Jake Diebler, and he took over arguably a worse program. That was 8-24 when he took the job. And this team has now gone from, in 2 years, from that to winning the Big Ten tourney last year, right? Which that wasn't their best season, but they did, I'm pretty sure, win the Big Ten tourney. Did they not?
They did.
And then this year, they look like one of the 3 best teams in college basketball. And I'm not saying they're going to go in the tourney and I don't know. But I watched that team yesterday, and I've told you, it looks like a different sport watching Michigan or Michigan State even playing.
Falling victim to immediate success. You see the
I
day.
see a team like Michigan do it with a worse roster to start, and they fixed it.
As if everybody, so they did it. So you if they did it, then anybody could do it. That's not the case.
Not anybody.
That's not the case.
Not anybody. Ohio State. I've heard this sentiment from Buckeye fans who are like, hey, man, if you want to be good at football, you can't expect us to be good at football and basketball. And you know what that is to me? You know exactly what that is to me. That's loser talk. Come on.
So you would say that the Wolverines is good at both sports?
No. No.
So you're gonna have to. One of them not gonna make it.
Well,
we're not about to live in a time where both of them is doing well.
Here's the thing. I don't know what Michigan's going to be, but they do spend in the portal for football. Obviously, are they not paying quarterback like some of the most money in college football? I believe they are.
Are we not paying a top recruiting class coming in next year?
For what, basketball?
Yeah.
I mean, we got 2 guys like that. I hope so. We got 2 guys.
That's all you need.
Did they not? Who's on the court right now for this basketball team? You got a guy in Judy Mobley who's a high-level recruit.
Okay.
Got a guy in Bruce who I can't remember, but I think was a pretty high-level recruit. Devin Royal was Mr. Ohio basketball. That's a pretty high-level recruit. I'm saying, just because you get the big-name recruit guys doesn't mean that they necessarily turn into players. See Michigan football for that illustration.
That's what this team is missing.
You know what? I'm trying real hard not to single any one player out.
Yeah, go
But,
ahead.
dude,
Single two of them out.
I'm about to say.
I can single this entire team out. No, but man,
We need a big. What's
Christoph
the
Tilly,
biggest
dude,
difference
here's what I
between
saw.
us and the Wolverines? They got a big that is
have
very
multiple
Oh
important.
my
Yeah, I'm about to
gosh,
say
they got multiple bigs, but that Mara guy is just he passes, he shoots. When the ball hits his hands, it's
24.6 rebounds, 3 assists.
he's got butter for I don't mean that's not butter. He's got like pillows for it. Like everything is just soft. It hits his hands, it goes right to the rim, doesn't even go below his chin. He's smart with the basketball. He passes out. It's a masterclass watching that guy play. Meanwhile, on our side, our 7-footer, I saw at one point early in the first half, my wife and I are watching. I'm getting a little agitated. I'm
Are
watching
you
the
talking
game.
about Tilly or you go?
I'm talking about the one that was the big high-profile transfer that everybody said, oh, he can play. He played all. He's a senior. He's from Germany. Get ready. Yeah. So Tilly, I'm trying to be nice. But there was a point where what was the thing we were told when he came here? What was the big thing? This guy.
Skilled, he could shoot.
Skilled outside
Stretch
shooter.
5.
Yeah. Stretch the floor. The ball found him not a corner 3, like a wing 3, free throw line extended. He's right there, gets the ball. Mara's under the basket, and he looks at him and basically is like, bah. Like, just leave him out there. And what did Tilly do? Tilly didn't shoot the 3 because he's shooting what, like 12% from three-point land or whatever it is. So then he did something that's a basketball sin. He drove into the lane to the 7-footer who then just stood there and was like, well, I guess now I'll put my hands up. And then he turned and said, uh-oh, I can't finish against this guy, and passed out of it. And I lost my mind. I'm like, the spacing was there. They got you a wide open look, and you can't even take it because that's how broken this guy has become playing at this university, unfortunately, when it comes to his outside shot. Nobody's helped him fix it. I know it's on him too, but like,
all right, I gotta go.
It's bad.
I gotta go.
Sorry, you gotta go. All right, Tyvis has got to leave. Big competitor in the Olympics. Bad things happened. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Still no major issues to talk about on this commute out there, but do note we are seeing traffic really pick up for our friends in New Albany. 161, particularly in that eastbound direction by New Albany Road, is where it starts, especially as you're passing 62 and over by Beach Road down to 38 miles per hour already at about 6:45 this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
Cash, moolah, greenbacks dough, Skrilla chips, bread and mo. 2, 5, 10 and 20, 30 big ones, games aplenty. Cheddar, butter, loot and scratch, find the letters. Make the match, cause there's many words for cash, no doubt, and many ways to play cash word. Check 'em out. Cash word from Ohio Lottery. It's game time, yo. Cash word, it's fun to go with millions in prizes, don't you know?
Lottery players are subject to Ohio law and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
It's Timmy Hall and Common Man for Hollywood Casino Columbus, and all month long, there's so much money to win.
You can win $1 million instantly, plus every week there's multiple ways to score big Penn Cash prizes.
And new members who sign up for the Penn Play app can win up to $2,026 in Penn Cash.
And you see the brunch items they still have at the Sportsbook
seen 'em.
restaurant? Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict.
Plus, on March 6th, we got Muay Thai and Championship Boxing tickets available on Ticketmaster.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Join the fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show.
And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State,
Yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment
On any four-tire purchase.
and Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Am I wrong that the Buckeye basketball program, the men's side of the program, we can have expectations for it? I'm not saying they have to win a national championship every year, but like, it doesn't look like they're going to make the tournament at this rate, the way they're playing. And I know that people didn't expect them to beat Michigan. None of us did, but like, getting blown out by 20 at home, not encouraging. At all.
No, I mean, the thing is this. As Dylan would say, you need to lower your expectations.
Oh, Dylan's a big expectation lowerer. That's what he loves to do. He loves to engage in what I like to call loser talk. Yes.
For some odd reason, when it comes to the basketball program, like it's hard to really pay it mind right now because I understand it's a work in progress. You know, I understand that Dusty May and Jake Diebler will be linked at the hips because they hired at the same time and all of those things. And I get that. I get Dusty May went up to the Wolverines and instantly turned them around.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that happens all the time. That's not the norm. Like, that just shows that he's an unbelievable coach. That's what I get out of that.
That's fair.
And I feel like for Jake Diebler, I'm not saying Jake's not an unbelievable coach, but he needs more resources. He needs better, I don't know if it's recruiting or whatever it is. I think that they have to me, it's for the past couple of years, it's been the big. Like, they have not had a big that can go out there and be dominant. Last year, we couldn't get rebounds. This year, it's still the same thing, and nobody protects the paint.
Oh, no, I was told I had a few people on Twitter, because I said that the other day, and they were like, we actually win the rebounding battle more than you think. It's actually been winning some of these rebounding battles. I'm like, yeah, against the good teams? No.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And it doesn't even matter.
I'm not comparing it to the...
But, go look at the efficiency of this team when it comes to getting a rebound when you need it. But yesterday, I didn't actually look at the numbers. It didn't matter.
It was ridiculous. You want to know the final?
What was the final total?
They had 44 rebounds to our 31.
Yeah.
They had two guys in the starting lineup with double figures in rebounds.
But the thing is, you could predict that because you know who these teams are and you've seen both of them play. And anybody who's watched both these teams play knows the differences. One of them is built for Big Ten play down low. One of them is not.
Again, the way that this team is going to win games, it comes down to the performance of 3 players every time. It's going to be John Mobley Jr., Bruce, and Devin every time. If those guys aren't going for 20 or at least 18 apiece, they don't stand a chance. And any of these games that they lose, it's always one of them that don't have it. And yesterday it was John Mobley Jr. had 4 points, 1 for 9 from the field. Like,
can't do it.
Like, you can't. Like, Bruce gave you 16, Devin gave you 15. Like, if John Mobley gives you, he needs to give you at least 20. Like, maybe it'll make it a little bit better. You know, make it a game a little bit closer. Maybe make things interesting down the spread. But until they get that dominant big, the guard play has to be really good. That's just what it is.
I've been told that I'm an apologist for this program many of times, and I am the lower your expectations guy. But there's people out there that were like, thank God Ohio State dodged the bullet. That is Dusty May. Jeez, thank goodness they didn't hire that dude, that one-hit wonder at Florida Atlantic. And that's what makes it tough, Tyvis. I know, what is it? Envy is the thief of joy. But still.
Envy. Comparison, I think, is the thief of joy, I believe, is what the quote is.
It's like people think that we could have had that. And I understand once you hire Jake Diebler, it was like, okay, he's a first-time head coach. There's a process to it, so you want to see Ohio State be better than Michigan in years 3, 4, and 5. But the way it's looking in year 2 doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. And when you see the turnaround just a few miles north of us, and you think maybe we could have had that guy, it's hard not to compare the two guys. And people wanted to make it about, the players like Jake. We kept Jake because he was going to help retain the players, and then we'll have more money for the transfer portal. And their plan, in theory, worked, but in practice, it's not working.
They retained the players, to your point.
Yes, but they retained the play. Last year, no one was disappointed in last year's transfer portal class when those guys were coming in.
Oh, no, well.
It was after the fact that we saw what Aaron Bradshaw did or didn't do.
But here's the thing.
That we poo-pooed it. No.
Same
thing with this transfer portal class.
Maybe there were a lot of people who were like, I think you're right. There were a lot of Buckeye fans who looked at some of that stuff and said, this will be fine. But, like, I can only speak for myself as a diehard Buckeye basketball fan. Men's and women's, by the way, the women's basketball team yesterday, a team we, again, can't have any expectations for basketball at Ohio State, but the women's team is consistently ranked in the top 10 or 15. They're 9th right now. They went on the road and beat Oregon, no problems, handled that game pretty easily. They are a lock to make the tourney. They are a lock to be a top 4 seed.
That's the norm.
Like, yeah, and I'm saying, why is that okay on the women's side? But on the men's side, it's like, you can't expect them to actually make the tournament once in 5 years.
In like 5 years.
No, but that's what I'm saying is
what it is right now.
That's the problem is that how is it that we can do that on the women's side, but we can't do that on the men's side? And the answer is because we don't put enough into the men's side. We don't hire the right people over on the men's side. And from the start with Jake Diebler, when they hired him, there were people like me saying this guy has never coached at the head coaching level ever in college basketball, and we shouldn't have training wheels at Ohio State. This isn't the program for that. Go do that at a Florida Atlantic, like Dusty made it. Go do that somewhere else, and then you eventually get hired by an Ohio State who can say, because our process is good, let's go hire someone who knows what they're doing, who doesn't have to take 3 or 4 years to start to figure it out. And meanwhile, your rivals get better. Everybody else builds their networks. And now you've got to go start over later after those guys. For all we know, Dusty may be the next Tom Izzo. I have no idea. But, like, you let him get a head start on you. Even if you were never going to hire him, now he's got a head start. Now he's already built that at Michigan. They're rolling. And now if you wait 2 or 3 more years to fire, if you have to, Jake Diebler, if he never gets it together, then you have to go out and hire a new guy. And I just hope next time we hire a coach, we pick someone who actually has coached at the Division I level and build a program. That's all.
I think when you hire a first-time head coach, you have to have patience. And I think that
I think a lot of people thought this was going to be, he's going to come in and turn this team around like he did for the 7 games he did before he got the job.
Well, you got to imagine, because when they first let Holtman go, I think they played Purdue the following game, which Purdue was really good, and they won that game.
Yes, they did.
So a lot of people was like, oh, man, this is, he obviously relates to the players. He can get those guys to play, all of those things. And it just hasn't materialized.
That's called the new coach bump. We got fooled by it.
Well, right. And this is, again.
I mean, they gave him 7 games of an interim spot to see what he was like, and they actually wasn't that the year that they could have won the tournament and got into it because they were so bad. They was like 2 games away from like winning the Big Ten tournament.
Oh,
right?
I thought you meant the NCAA tournament. I was like, did they even make it? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think they lost in either the quarterfinal or the semifinal of the Big Ten tournament. They made us believe that they could maybe make a run. Some of us, not all of us.
I'm just saying, like, I follow the Ohio State Athletics account, and every other day it's like wrestling sellout at the Covelli Center, one of the a great win. They're undefeated this year. They're doing awesome. Tennis program doing great. Like everywhere you women's hockey, Nadine Muzzerall, the head coach for women's hockey, got her 250th win, and she's won a championship here and been in a couple more finals. Like, I understand those sports have different levels of competitiveness compared to, say, high-level college men's basketball, but like all these other programs are excellent. Ohio State football is excellent, and you're telling me the men's basketball program is just the one that we have to consistently flush down the toilet? I don't feel like that has to be the case.
You act as if this team been to like the Final Four. They've been to the Final Four since 2012.
Mm-hmm. And before that, they had been in 2000. What was it,
6 or 7?
Right. And they had been in 98.
But you making it seem that, like this team, like the basketball team has just been this dominant, like they always been in it type thing. This has been what it is. Like, I don't know why we shocked by this.
This team had been a consistent tournament team.
I'll give you that.
And then they would be every 4 or 5 years a Sweet 16 or better team. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying go be a 3-time national championship, defending national champ. I'm just saying become UConn. I'm saying just like be competent. All right, we didn't get to the Olympian. We will get to the person from the Olympics who had a bad day yesterday, big hero for the U.S. Talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there and good morning. Still no major issues to talk about on this commute out there, but do note we are seeing traffic really pick up for our friends in New Albany. 161, particularly in that eastbound direction by New Albany Road is where it starts, especially as you're passing 62 and over by Beach Road down to 38 miles per hour already. That's about 6:45 this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts and springs guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
And
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Common Man here for Worthington Jewelers. I'm with the boss, Bob Capace, and his boss, Teresa Capace. Bob, Valentine's Day's around the corner. Did you get something for the lovely Mrs. Capace?
We're not doing presents for each other this year.
Since when?
Uh-oh, Bobby. Sounds like you're in the doghouse.
Don't make the same mistake I made. Let Worthington Jewelers get your special someone the best Valentine's surprise.
Worthington Jewelers, located on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com.
Where Columbus gets engaged.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you a question. Has the insulation in your windows failed? How would you know? Well, one way to tell is if you're running the heat this winter way more often than you normally do. That could be a sign that that insulation has failed and you need new windows. Talk to the pros at Window Nation to find out what they can do to help. In fact, they've got a great deal going now. You can get new windows with big savings during Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And as an added benefit, you get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. Window Nation's windows use top quality materials and seals along with insulated frames. They're so incredibly energy efficient, you actually save money on your utility bills. And they're backed with a lifetime warranty, so you won't have to live with broken windows again. Take advantage of Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale and get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. You already know. Go to windownation.com now for a free consultation. That's windownation.com.
At Synergenics and Low T Center, you can still book a free testosterone test and pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you are there. They also work with most insurance plans. Go to lowtcenter.com or synergenics.com and book your free T-test today.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions for the second time after defeating the New England Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker received the honor of Super Bowl MVP. Before the big game, both the Ohio State men's and women's basketball teams were in action yesterday. The men's squad lost at home to the team up north 82-61. They'll lace them up again at home versus USC on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the women's team won at Oregon 80-64. They'll return home for a ranked matchup against number 22 Maryland this Sunday. And finally, James Harden made his Cavs debut on Saturday. He had 23 points and 8 assists in a 132-126 victory over the Sacramento Kings. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, improving health, eating better, losing weight. Have you started your New Year's goal? Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know what, Dylan? We should probably throw a poll up on the YouTube channel. You could maybe put that in there. Did you enjoy the Super Bowl? Just yes or no. Did you take that however you want. Did you enjoy the entire experience? Did you enjoy just the game itself? Whatever the case, did you enjoy it or not? Because it feels like the growing sentiment from last night was meh. Didn't they have a commercial that was all about meh? Like no one's aiming for meh, but here we are. And I was watching that commercial when it came on. I thought, it's kind of what the Super Bowl has been right now. Picked up in the second half, but I mean, if you like a defensive struggle, you got that, at least in the first half of that game.
I had no problem with it.
Seahawks get it done. And congrats to them, man. I mean, they're a deserving champion.
They only got 2 Super Bowl wins in history. That's crazy.
But they've only been around since like the 70s. don't look now, Tyvis, but there's a team we root for. It's been around longer. Has 0 Super Bowl appearances, let alone.
Why you got to bring them?
Because there's been 60 of them, and the Browns haven't made it. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's been 60 of them.
Did you not watch that game?
That's 120. Well, it's not.
You ain't watched that game last night and say, I've seen this before. Probably 17 times this season. Looked just like a Browns game.
God,
Defense is dominant. Offense can't figure it out.
Yeah, that was, whatever. I mean, I'm still like, but I think I give that as a Super Bowl overall halftime show, everything factored in. I give it like a solid 6.5. And probably the halftime show brought it up a couple points because I enjoyed the halftime show.
I don't even want to ask Dylan then.
I said halftime show, it didn't matter what language it was in, was the best part of the game.
Oh, no, it was. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, too, because I mean, I don't know. I think the universal language is hot people throwing ass on TV. That goes for no matter what. Like, I'm watching that. I'm like, who's not enjoying this?
Yeah,
great. Bunch of hot people out there dancing. That's fine with me.
I seen a tweet come out last night about it was boring and it was inappropriate for the kids.
What? The halftime show?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
said didn't understand why you would do language that people don't speak, and it was inappropriate for young kids.
I don't know, man.
Was the J-Lo and Shakira halftime show appropriate for kids?
To be fair,
was Janet Jackson appropriate for kids?
To be fair,
I smiled that day. I did. I smiled. I saw that, and I just smiled.
Tyvis?
Yeah, I smiled.
I remember that one. That was a good one. But you know what, though? Like, I don't know. Are Prince's songs all about going to church? Or, like, I mean, what are we talking about? Like, the Rolling Stones, known for their, like, wonderful songs about wholesomeness? Like,
Mick Jagger.
What are we? Yeah,
an idol for the children.
Yes, like guys who have used drugs for the better part of 60 years. Which also, want to feel old? I looked it up. So when Mick Jagger and the Stones played, I think that was 2005, was the Super Bowl where they played. Do you know how old he was? 62 years old. You know how old Green Day was? Lead singer of Green Day? Whose name I'm blanking on at the top of my head, Billy Joe Armstrong.
Yes.
You know how old he is? 53. What I'm saying is now it's not exactly the same age, but it's like in my head, I don't equate Green Day in 2026 like I equate the Rolling Stones in 2005. But that's kind of like how probably a lot of people look at Green Day is like, oh, yeah, they're like a classic rock band now.
My wife was all in on that Green Day.
I was,
right
too.
At the beginning, she grabbed the remote and turned it up. Had my subs just boom. The house was rattling.
Cranked up in the house, too. The kids were loving it, yeah.
Then I seen after the show, after the halftime show, a little guy by the name of Chris Brown posted on IG.
Oh, what did he say?
Said that they need me.
I don't know that they do.
Said they need me.
I don't know that they do.
That's what he said.
I saw that, and this sucks for Lindsey Vonn. If you didn't see this live yesterday morning, noted skier. This is her 5th Olympics. She's 41 years old. Let her live. She tore her ACL, a week and a half ago? Still tried to go out there. She has a completely repaired right knee. Like, the right knee is like all titanium or I don't know, whatever they did to that. Left knee is the one that has the torn ACL. So that's the one that she had a brace on. She did some training runs. It actually was pretty quick. Then she went for the actual run yesterday, the women's downhill, and she clipped one of the gates, the little poles with the flag on it. She clipped one of those. It sent her off balance. She landed hard, ended up fracturing her leg. Mm-hmm. But they had to airlift her out for the second time in a week that she had been airlifted off that course. It just sucks. The toughness there, I feel bad for her.
I do too, because it was one of those situations where everybody knew the situation, and to see that situation go from bad to worse, you never want to see that. But you respect her for going out there and giving it all, because she wanted to do it for the country, and she was a competitor. She wanted to compete.
I was going to ask you, Tyvis, because I feel like she was, obviously very distraught on the course, and people are like, oh, she must be in severe pain. It's like, I'm sure she was, but she's probably dealt with pain being a downhill skier. She's had a lot of injuries. I'm wondering if some of those cries of anguish that you heard were not mental from the standpoint of this is it. You see how competitive she is. You can speak to that better than anyone here because you're a competitor. What do you think was going through her mind?
The thing that goes through every athlete's mind when they deal with a travesty or a big gruesome injury like that is, will I ever be the same? Is this it? Will I ever come out here and do this again? Can I compete ever again? Like who wants their last memory to be that? So like, that's probably what's going through our mind. It's like, I might have really it's over. Like, I'll never do this again type thing. And if that's the case, that's an emotional moment right there. That's very hard to cope with when it's over like that, especially due to injury.
I saw some people saying, like, how did her doctors let her go out there? How did anybody let her go out there?
I don't think nobody was going to tell her she couldn't go out there. Like they probably said it. Oh, we we strongly advise that you don't. But like, an athlete's like, no, I'm going out there. If I feel like I can do it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we can applaud the bravery one day and then the next day be like, oh, she stole a spot from somebody. It's like she's Lindsey Vonn. Like, if you're not familiar with downhill skiing, and believe me, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I mean, even I know that she's earned the right to give it a shot one last time, even on a bum knee. And so I don't understand the backlash that she got, where it's just, how dare you even attempt. But how dare you? She earned everything she's had in her career. She has fought through so much adversity. If you go look at her list of injuries, she's had like 15 of them. And yet she still wanted to go out there and try to compete. You can call it selfish, but I think, Tyvis, having gotten to know you and other guys who played in the league, like, if you went down the list of pro athletes, whether they're in the Olympics or otherwise, I think any athlete would give it as much of a shot as they could if they had a chance to. If they knew that, like, in her case, this is probably her last go around. She's probably never doing this again.
Yeah.
I can't blame her for that. Taking one more shot one more bite at the apple. That's insane that we're now like criticizing that. Where are we at as a society, Mike Gundy? You know,
I think that she'd rather deal with this like this than to sit back and think, what if?
Right.
You know, like, what if I did? What if I could actually have done it and I didn't do it?
Yeah.
Like, that hurts more. So I think I applaud the fact that she went out there and, hey, it just didn't go the way she thought it would. No. But at least she got to go out doing something she loved.
Well, she did. And you know what? Also, America won a gold in that event because Breezy Johnson, her teammate, became the second American woman ever to win the Olympic downhill. By the way, you know who the first was? Lindsey Vonn. So up until that run, Lindsey Vonn was the only woman who had ever won that gold medal for the U.S. So I think she'd earned the right to give it one more shot down the hill. Don't you?
Yeah.
But either way, congrats to Breezy Johnson. She held off Emma Eicher of Germany and Italy's Sofia Goggia on a, probably a tough day for the team because they lose Lindsey Vonn, but still won the gold medal. And for Breezy Johnson, I hope she gets her flowers. You know what I mean? Like, I hope she gets, like, all the accolades she should, because Lindsey Vonn is, like, if you Google U.S. Olympic skiing right now, Lindsey Vonn injury is the first thing that comes up. It's, all that. But this woman, Breezy Johnson, won this gold medal, and she's only the second woman to do it. So pretty awesome accomplishment for her. And I'm not telling you I'm watching all the Olympics, but, like, when I see stuff like that, you got my attention. You got me locked in on that stuff. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We will talk with Jackets' own voice of the Jackets, Bob McKelligan. He'll join us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning to you. We are noticing one crash on our roads. As of right now, it's happening in our southeast corner, just south of Bexley. 70 in that eastbound direction, impacted at 33, where that right lane is blocked. Already down to 20s when it comes to travel times this morning. But also note a ramp is impacted at 70, that eastbound ramp at that 33 intersection. So expect some lane closures this morning, but overall, not too bad. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Truck drivers, are you tired of your pay not matching your experience? At Schneider, our truck driver pay is designed so your years of service directly translate to higher earnings. Plus, longtime drivers qualify for larger sign-on bonuses and a larger selection of driving jobs. Pick from dry van, intermodal, tanker, and dedicated opportunities. Ready to be rewarded for your hard work and expertise? Find the right driving job for you at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey there, friends. High Bank isn't just award-winning whiskey. They also make the best vodka in America. With 3 Central Ohio locations serving scratch-made food and craft cocktails, High Bank is perfect for date night, game day, or drinks with friends. Learn more at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, with Valentine's Day coming up, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Jerry, you're not gonna, open up to me about anything, are you?
Oh, no. We're good.
I mean, I love you like a brother, buddy. I just...
Get Eco.
I was just wondering if we were going to do anything for our customers this Valentine's Day to show them how much we care.
Right.
And with February being a little chilly still, maybe we can help them turn up the heat in the bedroom.
Say what now?
If things are feeling a little chilly, we can help you crank up the heat.
Jerry, if you mean repair a struggling furnace or heat pump, we can totally do that. And if you wake up with no heat, we have crews standing by who can be there the day you call.
Great. That's what I meant. Wait, what else would I have meant by turn up the heat in the bedroom?
Your innocence is downright charming, Jerry.
Get Eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes. But have you seen our inventory? With over 1,000 new Hyundais to choose from, there's no need to settle at glakeshyundai.com. Find a new Palisade with the exact options you need, or a new Tucson in that color you have been seeing around town. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings and selection are so good.
BMI Federal Credit Union is celebrating their 90th anniversary. As a thank you, they will be celebrating with monthly sweepstakes where 90 winners will win big. Visit bmifcu.org/90 years for more details.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
February is Children's Dental Health Month, so make sure you make an appointment for your child to visit an Ohio Dental Association member dentist. ODA member dentists are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and have access to superior ongoing education and training. On your next visit, ask if your child's dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association and American Dental Association, so you know you're being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Do you have an oak tree in your yard? The Ohio Chapter International Society of Arboriculture is committed to advancing responsible tree care practices while preventing a fungal disease called oak wilt. They remind those who own and manage oak trees the best time to prune is November to early March. To find out more, there are over 1,000 qualified tree experts in Ohio. To find an ISA certified arborist in your area, visit treesforohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A chilly start this morning, so you'll definitely need the jacket as you head out the door, with temperatures in the teens to even single digits in some spots. By this afternoon, temperatures will get right around the freezing mark with increasing clouds. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 20s. Tuesday will be our warmest day with partly sunny skies and highs in the mid to low 40s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You'll look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Every Monday this year time, we are joined by the voice of the Jackets. He is Bob McKelligan on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Bobby Mack, good morning. What are you doing with your spare time now that we have a few weeks off from the Jackets hockey schedule?
Nothing, actually. I'm one of those people that I get so used to working and then it stops like this, and I'm like, now what? There's a million things I can do around the house. I feel like doing none of those. I would probably be coerced into doing something before it's all said and done. But
It feels
Weekend was quiet.
I'm not in your shoes here, but I would feel like when the off season hits, it probably takes a few weeks to get back into like, oh yeah, I'm not at the arena every day now, so I have some more time. You're just going to have enough of a break here to get kind of used to it, that then when it does snap back into reality, I think the transition back into it's going to be rough for you. I'm wondering how it's going to be for you, but also for the players when they actually have to go back to it.
Well, it'll be a lot rougher for them than it will be for me, but they'll have that mini training camp, if you will, before they go back, and that'll give me something to do, to go down and watch training camp, which I'll be really interested in watching by the time they get to that point, because Rick Bowness will finally be able to get them in practice without games for a couple of days straight, and maybe implement some things that he would normally want to, and he hasn't been able to during the time. So, that'll be interesting to see.
Is there any events that you've been watching so far? What are you looking most forward to? Outside of hockey, of course. What are you looking most forward to?
Outside of hockey, nothing. But that doesn't mean that I won't watch it,
Bob, you mean you don't have a hot take on...
I've watched some skiing. I've watched some luge. I've watched some...
so you seen the Lindsey Vonn
figure skating
thing?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Really, who are you if you haven't seen that, Tyvis?
Yeah, right. It's exactly not much of an Olympic.
The good thing about today is that stuff comes to you. You don't have to go find it, right?
Well, true
All
enough.
you have to do is scroll, and you can find it all, right?
I guess I just have to take all of my two-man luge questions and throw them in the trash, because Bob says he has no hot takes on luge. So we were going to get to that, but I guess not. Let's talk about the hockey, though, because they obviously don't play until Thursday, but it's a nice Jackets matchup there between Elvis and Zach Werenski, with Latvia going up against Team USA. I don't know much about Latvia's national team, but the U.S. in general is one of the favorites to try to win this gold medal, right? Even though they have a long drought going, this is still one of the best teams out there.
Yeah, there's no question. And what you need to know about Team Latvia is that they play with pride, and they've got guys that are in the National Hockey League. Not a lot, quite honestly, but they are very proud in the way they played the game. It's not going to be. We talked to Elvis, Jody Shelley, and I talked to him before he left the other night. And you'll hear that interview this week on The Fan, on the Inside Edge. But anyway,
that's nice.
That's a professional right there.
That's right, buddy. But he talked about the fact that we're not going to be pushovers, and everybody knows that from the last couple of World Championships and the way that Latvia has played. So it's not going to be, for Team USA, it's not going to be a walk-in, and I want to say it's not a guaranteed win. Probably kind of is, but you're going to have to work for it. You can't just expect to show up and that's good enough. You're going to have to show up and have your game. So, it'll be interesting for me to see if Elvis plays in that game, because they have two other goalies, and one of them is Artur Shilovs, who plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So there's a competition there. We asked him if anything had been set as far as playing time when he was leaving, and the answer was no. So, but that'll be it'll be fun for Blue Jackets fans, just because those two guys are going to be involved in that game some way, somehow.
Bob McElligott joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Sorry, Tyvis. I was just going to ask on that front, do you think it helps that Elvis has been kind of red hot? Coming into this couldn't hurt, right?
Oh yeah.
For him to get the nod.
No, absolutely. Look where Elvis went from. Under Dean Evison, he hadn't played for, 8 games, and then they threw him in to play that game in Colorado. The team got shut out 4-0, even though he played pretty well in that one. And, I talked to him the day after, and he said, look, I'm just getting ready for the Olympics. When I can play, it really, for me, is that's what I'm trying to do. And I know he said that in these last couple of games, too, that he was preparing for the Olympics. But when I talked to him that day in Utah, he honestly didn't know when he was going to play again, or if he was going to play again before the Olympics. And now Rick Bowness comes in, and he and Jet Greaves are pretty much alternating back, every other game like they were at the beginning of the year. Heck, they're coming off back-to-back shutouts going into this break, for crying out loud, with each one of them picking up a shutout. So, yeah, I think it's great for Elvis. He's playing his best hockey of the year as he goes into what I'm sure he feels is the most important tournament that he has participated in his life.
When you look at this break, right, Which one do you more worried about when they come back? The guys like Zach and Elvis that's actually playing, or the guys that aren't playing right now that's sitting around maybe? Which one you think is the one that worries you more?
B, the guys that are on a beach, or are they working out? Aren't they working out? Those guys. But everybody in the league is worried about the same thing, right? Every team is going to have the same challenges coming out of the break. You know, to be honest with you, last week going into the break and you're winning games, and I'm thinking, man, the last thing this team needs is a break right now. You won 7 straight. When you're hot, you want to keep hot. And you want to keep on playing. And then I was thinking about this yesterday. You know, coming out of that break, you open up with the Boston Bruins, who you're chasing for a wild card spot. Then 2 days later, you have the New York Islanders, who you're just 4 points behind for a playoff spot in the Metropolitan Division. Then the game after that, you take on the New York Rangers, which the way that they've been playing is almost guaranteed win night. Almost, not quite. So maybe this break is a good thing, because it's hard to win as many games in a row as the Blue Jackets have. If you want to win 10 in a row, you might be better off to do it with a 3-week break after you get 7 already in your back pocket. But, yeah, the guys coming back, Tyvis, are the guys that I'm not worried about so much, but interested to see what it's going to look like coming back, because I think the entire league is going to be a little bit lethargic in those first couple of games.
Bob, we appreciate the time this morning. I hope you get some more luge action in, because I know that, like, we all need more luge in our lives. Have you actually seen?
When's the skeleton start?
Well, that's the one they go forward, right?
No, curling starts today. That's what you need to see.
No, curling's been going, buddy. They've had curling.
Has it?
Oh, yeah. They've, at least the highlights have been going. I don't know. I've been seeing them left and right. Got to get the brush out there. Have you seen they have the drone?
When you go ahead, yeah, I love that.
They have the drone that follows the lugers. It's incredible.
Yeah. That follows everything.
Yes, the skiers too. Yeah.
The lugers. You know, the skiers are going down the hill 75 and 80 miles an hour, and this drone is following them. I'm like, who the hell's operating that thing?
Well, I actually feel like that's the Olympics. I could be okay with that being an Olympic sport, like drone racing. Let's have that. Let's have the best drone pilots. I don't know what we call them, but whatever. Let's get those people on a course, and we can watch all that on video. That could be fun.
Those people must be making top dollar. They have to be.
If nothing else, they get paid in like pure joy, because I feel like that would just be so fun to be able to, like, you're not flying, but you kind of feel like you are. So that has to be a pretty fun thing.
I'll tell you, even like on the speed skating track, when they use the drone, like they show it from a distance and it looks like these people are gliding, and then they go to the drone camera and I'm like, these guys are flying.
Oh,
man.
it's
Not messing
unbelievable.
around.
Yeah. Someday I got to go in person. I know Common Man is actually going to the Olympics, so he's going to go see some of that stuff, but I'm envious of him. Be fun. You ever getting out to any Olympic stuff, Bob?
No, I haven't. And I think you're right. It would be great, you know, with the summer games coming to LA in a couple of years, but I don't know. I don't know if I feel
hockey
like
out there.
That whole mess.
Yeah, me either on that.
LA traffic and the Olympics. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, we don't need that. All right. Well, hey, have some fun time off with your honey-do list. Hopefully you get everything checked off, and we'll check in soon. Okay.
All right, boys. Thanks.
There you go. Bob McElligott on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. You know what? The hockey at first, I was a little bit like, I don't know how to feel about this, because I've said I'm a club over country guy. I want my guys to stay healthy and ready to go.
You getting some pride now? You got some pride for the U.S.?
I can't go to a gold medal game. I can go to a Stanley Cup playoff game. And I would like to go to more of those, and those are in my city. You know, so like for me, selfishly, I'd rather the Jackets I hope that both happen. I hope that I hope Team USA gets the gold medal finally, and then I hope everybody's healthy. They come back and the Jackets start off red hot and make the playoffs. But if I had to pick one,
what about the Pearson?
Well, that's if they win the Stanley Cup. And you know what? I've said this. I will gladly, because we all committed to getting a piercing down low beneath the waistline.
Dylan, what were you thinking?
If the Jackets win the Stanley Cup. You know what?
I committed?
Yeah, what was you
If that
thinking?
happens, I'll gladly do it. I'll be on the parade float front and center. Here you go. Let's do it live on the parade float. Why not?
I
Just
won't.
gonna drop your pants in front of the world.
If they win the Stanley Cup, I'll do a lot of things, Tyvis. You have no idea what I would do.
Well, I was going to streak for Mitch Martin. So I might. I mean, I may as well.
That's right.
I won't even fret about the bet until they win at least 2 playoff series.
Dude, if they win the
If they win 2 playoff series,
I'll feel a little nervous.
I might go get it premature.
Is that a commitment?
Take care of it early. Why not? That'd be great. All right, coming back in 2 minutes. The biggest winner and loser from the Super Bowl. We'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you live over in New Albany, your roads are looking a lot better this morning. I will say, though, we are still seeing some slowdowns, though. This time around, it's 62 eastbound, just passing that 161 intersection over by Smiths Mill Road. Just noticing some slower road times and conditions out there for you. As for our friends in our southeast corner, some great news as well. Gender Road at 270 on 33 will take you about 5 minutes. We are back to normal. No more delays or slowdowns as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys and ladies, get real about your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free. And the women's hormone test, normally $299, is only $99 now. And the weight loss consultation is free. You can walk in or book an appointment now at getmyhealthfix.com. So if you've been suffering from the symptoms of low testosterone, such as constant tiredness, lack of focus, or just feeling off, at Synergenics and Low T Center, you can meet with a real provider. You get real medication, and you get real results. Plus, you can choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple, quick, free TRT test at the center. The on-site lab means you get results in about 20 minutes. No waiting for days like other places. For a limited time, the women's hormone test only $99 and the men's test is free. Go to getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My furnace stopped working. Your competition said it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life. Get a free second opinion, replace or repair. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
1, 2, 3. Here in the Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so I talked about this weekend that I had, and before we got to the weekend, I was worried about how I was going to make it through this. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been very tired lately, but I went to go see my guys at Tri-State Men's Health. They gave me the shot in the ace, and the boy had all the energy in the world. I could do everything. All the events that I had to handle, I did it with great energy, and that's all because I went to go see my guys at Tri-State Men's Health. But this year, Tri-State Men's Health is also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With the low T treatments combined with the body composition programs, most men notice real improvements: more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive. If you have low T, which could be a decrease in libido, putting on weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleep patterns, or sad and depressed, I urge you to go to tristatemenshealth.com and take their low T quiz. It's a simple yes or no questions. It takes 2 minutes to get done. After that, schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. The cost of the appointment right now is $99. There's 2 locations located in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one's in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See websites for details.
Biggest winner and loser from yesterday in the Super Bowl. Can I nominate a biggest winner? And again, this
biggest winner.
I think in life, this person may be a gigantic loser for doing this, but Darren Ravel tweeted this out. It's not him. He tweeted out, though, before kickoff, a bettor at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
Is it the streaker?
No.
Oh.
This guy bet at Caesar's Palace in Vegas $253,000 on the coin toss.
Oh, yeah.
And he had it on heads.
Oh, he won.
And it won. He netted $245,631, plus obviously the money he laid out. Doubled his money almost. I'm saying like he won in the short term because that happened. But like, if you're someone who regularly drops $250,000 on things as trivial as a coin toss, you are setting yourself up for eventual heartache. Like I need to know how many times this man has walked up confidently like that and then lost that bet.
He's a gambler.
Yeah, but
I thought you was gonna say
that's a problem.
I thought you was gonna say the guy who you bet on whether or not there'll be a streaker, and then you become the streaker.
Is there any law against that? I thought this was America. What's the ruling on that? It's not illegal.
I know for a fact that if I had $1 million and I bet on yes there would be a streaker, and we got to the fourth quarter and nobody did it yet. Oh, you best believe that I'm going down there.
Yeah.
Going down. And I hate the fact that the player jumped in. The guy who did it, the player jumped in and helped the security out. I wanted to see how long it would go on.
Yeah, that's between the security guard and the streakers. The players, it's like players should be Switzerland on that.
You could risk injury doing that, stepping in there.
Oh, yeah. That would, and you might feel good in the moment, like, I stopped this guy from being on the field. But then, like, if you ruin your Super Bowl because you get hurt doing it, that's not good.
Well, it was Kyle Williams, and he only had one catch for 7 yards during the game, so that was about
maybe that's why
the peak of the action he got.
He's a hater.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's snitch energy.
Well, it is. It very much has big snitch energy on that. Also, Tyvis, you're someone who has famously said you kind of want to streak. Not streak.
I did say that too, but
I'm saying you have wondered at the memorial like how long it would take them to catch you.
Yeah,
if you were out there, you decided
Scotty Scheffler could step out there and try if he wanted to. I stiff arm him. You better move. This gonna go on until I'm ready for it to be done. But then they told me they had tasers.
Yeah, they have tasers.
You got to outrun the tasers.
But I didn't know that was a thing. I like
4-4-6
I want the carts. Like, they're going to pull up in the carts. I want to, like, make 2 carts crash. Like, play chicken. Run straight at the cart. And then at the last minute, turn out the way while one behind me and boom, cause a crash. Yeah. And then I'm going to jump in the pond and surrender myself.
Oh, see, that's okay. And then how do you think that'll go once you surrender yourself? I think they'll be like,
I'm going to wear big 97 Won the Fan shirts.
Hey, man, that's advertising.
Bring awareness.
I was gonna say, if you're doing this
all over Sports Center,
if you're doing this for a publicity stunt, see if Fish will pay your bail and legal fees and all that stuff.
Well, I told you when me and Reeser, when I brought this up to Reeser, this was 2 years ago at the memorial. A guy came and slapped some money down and said, "I got some money for your bail." This tour, I got me in on the bail because he wanted to see it.
Yeah. Well, if you did that, that would be your 3rd time on SportsCenter's Not Top 10.
Correct.
And 2nd time where you've been featured on a golf course.
Well, I might be number 1 this time. Yeah. I'm going for number 1.
Hold on. I only knew about the one time with you throwing out the first pitch. What is the second instance?
Oh, when I threw the golf court. Because, the golf club at Bobby's event.
Story. I didn't know that it made it on Sports Center.
Oh, yeah. It was like 7th or something. It
was a Not Top 10 moment where you were like doing the traditional tee shot, right?
Yes.
Like the opening tee shot of what was it, a charity tournament?
It was Bobby's celebrity tournament.
Okay.
What was that? What was that? New Albany's Golf Club?
Bobby Carpenter's celebrity golf tournament. There you go. And so you were there. And
it's Bobby's fault.
Why is it his fault?
Because I told Bobby I couldn't golf.
Oh,
and Bobby said, "Don't worry about it. You out there to network." And then they was like, "Go stand at that hole, and if they pay for you to golf, you got to golf." And I was like, "Well, surely if I'm gonna tell them I don't golf, so then that way they know not to make me golf." Well, it went the opposite way. They heard that I never golfed before and said, "Well, you have to do it."
Yeah.
And then they paid for me to golf, and I said, "Okay."
What they didn't know was that the guy who gave you his club was going to donate it to the water hazard. Because that's where it ended up, and I don't think he ever got it back. So
that's Bobby's fault. Bobby should buy him a new club if he hasn't done so already.
That's the personal responsibility you learn when you play for Urban Meyer at Ohio State, just to shark it off onto someone else. You're the one who threw the club. You're the one who didn't know how to golf, but it's Bobby's fault.
A little slippery out there.
One of the biggest losers, I would say, from the Super Bowl. There are plenty of people in the game, but I saw this as well. This one may take the cake. There was a public parking offered in Santa Clara for the game to, park your car if you're going to the game. Hey, park here. Sign was put out on the road. Public parking, you want to take a guess at how much they were charging? This parking spot, for what it's worth, was supposedly over a mile and a half away from the stadium. How much do you think they were charging for parking to go to the Super Bowl a mile and a half plus away from the stadium?
Wait, so when we had this conversation about...
That was the Olympics.
That was, and it was, you said it was $350, right? Or did you say $500?
No. I think it was $200 for a mile away.
And this is how far?
Over a mile and a half away.
$150.
$400.
Yeah, right.
$400. They had a sign out. And I think the biggest loser is probably the person who just panic bought that, not doing their research on, I could have just Ubered to this game. Or, we could have just got an Airbnb closer or something. Like,
that's what I would have did.
$400 to then walk. They said it was closer to like 2 miles, I guess. That's insane. What are we
$400
doing?
And they paid it.
Yes, apparently. Did you see the burger that they had at the Super Bowl too?
The burger?
They had a burger that I think was $180 for a burger that had it was like a bone-in tomahawk looking thing on a bun, essentially covered in cheese.
I'll never be able to go to this. I can't afford it.
Why? Yes. Why?
I can't afford it.
This is going to be a problem. And again, insert your laugh here. If the Browns ever make it to the Super Bowl, but
people to pay that.
Do you know how many people are going to mortgage their houses to go to that?
You know what they're going to do? They're going to afterpay or Klarna it.
That actually is the way to do it, because probably for most of us it'll be we'll be in our 70s and it'll be I don't know, man. Let's Klarna it for 20 years. I don't know if I'm going to be here.
You guys are going to have to decide which 3 of your kids are the dumbest and then take it from their college fund.
Well, that's a very. Wouldn't we take it from the smartest one because they might have the most chance at a scholarship?
No, you just accept that your dumbest one isn't going.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that.
Well, you only got one kid, so therefore
that's why I said you guys need to decide between the 3 of you. I'm not a Browns fan. I'm not going to a Browns Super Bowl.
Would you ever want to pay to go to? Is there any team that would move you? Any
Giants fan?
No, but not but Dylan's even said not really.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, the Giants have been to Super Bowls.
If the Blue Jackets was in the championship, you had to pay $400 to go. Would you to park? Would you do it?
No, I would use our press pass that we can get by working here, and then I would just walk.
You'd walk.
I'd rather walk from Dublin than spend $400.
That's what we're gonna do when they make the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 1,
where the parade gonna be at?
Well, I don't know if the Jackets will be hosting or not.
Is the parade gonna be downtown?
Well, they have to win the Stanley Cup.
I'm just saying when they do.
What's the cruise parade route like?
That went through. They went down Nationwide Boulevard all the way to. They went past the arena to the stadium. They went past both the hockey arena and the baseball stadium down to, and it ended right there in front of there. Yeah, I was out there. Crew won MLS Cup for the 3rd time, and they had a parade finally. Yes, I was there for that. I loved it. It was great. Hopefully we get one for the Jackets here soon. Overachiever of the Week coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there and good morning. Right now we are noticing one crash on the roads and it's happening over on the east side. It's that West Bryce Road southbound area to 70 westbound too. So expect some lane closures this morning, but not too bad. At least if you're heading towards the city, some much better news. We had a crash that just cleared up, affecting that 70 eastbound ramp at 33. Cop cars and first responders just left the scene not too long ago. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1, 2, 3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
So let's talk price, Wilson.
Let's talk about the price, Bob.
I hear it a lot. Leslie, aren't Pella windows a bit more expensive?
The actual retail price is.
But we're not. We've got 5 different window lines for the $300,000 to the $3 million home. All are Pella Elite.
Oh, so when I get on the show, I'm going to have to bid lower. That'll come in super handy someday.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
When it comes to trucks, dependability matters. At Germain Toyota, we know what it takes to earn your trust. Quality vehicles, straightforward pricing, and a team that puts you first. From the job site to the weekend, drive a truck built to go the distance. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie. Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas. I will. Hey, make it a large. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
2 men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so as I look in the chat, one of the hot topics in the chat is the Darren Lee news. Everybody's wondering if we're going to talk about the Darren Lee news. Obviously, if you missed it, Darren Lee, who is like a brother to me, one of my teammates, he was accused of murdering his girlfriend and tampering with evidence. Obviously, everybody knows that me and D. Lee has a pretty good relationship. Had him on the show before. It was a great conversation. Darren has always been a guy who, since we've gotten out of college, he's battled some stuff. He's had some off-the-field issues that was not great. And, you know, it was through many attempts. We've all tried to reach out and help as much as we can. This was one of those situations that when I saw it, it really shocked me. Because, you know, I seen D. Lee do some things and been in the news for some stuff, but I never thought it would get to this, to something like this. And obviously, this is all alleged at the moment, and I like to keep it as alleged because, again, I look at him like a brother, and I hope that this isn't something that he did. So I'm hoping that all of these things aren't true and something else happened, but I pray for everybody that's involved. Obviously, losing a a girlfriend who actually, last time I talked to him, he was talking about he wanted to marry. So this was one of those relationships that he truly loved her. Don't know what happened. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Probably can't get a chance to talk to him at the moment. But yeah, I have no problem talking about it. Like I said, I hope that what he did with the things that they said that he did isn't what happened.
The report comes from Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. Chattanooga's ABC 9 had this story that he was arrested. Apparently, they say after finding his girlfriend dead inside a home near Tennessee's Ulitawa Elementary School, I guess is where they lived, near there, or at least that's where the home was. In either case, the report from the sheriff's office says deputies were dispatched to the residence after receiving a call that CPR was in progress on an adult female. First responders attempted life-saving measures. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene due to the condition of the victim and the residents. They called in detectives from Criminal Investigations Unit. Investigators determined the woman's death was a result of a homicide and identified Lee as the primary suspect, leading to his arrest. He has been charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Victim's identity is being withheld pending notification of next of kin. This is from the initial report. An obviously terrible situation. Regardless of, yes, I mean it does not look good for Darren Lee, but like you said, Tyvis, it is a legal process. But that also, I just think for that woman's family, how they have to try to piece together their lives after something like this, it's all tragic. And
it is. Somebody lost their life, and then if Darren is convicted of these things, Darren does have a kid, so you would think like now that kid has to grow up without a father. So like to me, the whole situation is terrible. I'm still hoping for the best for his situation, but Darren is a guy that definitely.
Well, I can understand.
Like I said, he was battling some stuff, and I was trying as a friend to make sure I was the voice of reason. And so, when people would reach out to me over the weekend about the situation, I took it the hardest because as a friend, I always feel like I'm that friend that talks people off the ledge. I'm that friend that people bring their problems to me, we talk it out, and we walk away having a better understanding. Guys have truly had a conversation with me, and it's like, you know what, I appreciate that. I see it your way. You helped me understand, and they didn't do whatever bad thing they was maybe thinking of doing. And in this situation, when everybody keeps reaching out to me, I'm taking it the hardest because it's like, I feel like maybe as a friend, I should have reached out more to him. The last time him and I talked was actually the last text message he sent me was when Coach Combs went to the Wolverines. That was the last time him and I talked. But like as a friend, like I wish I would have reached out more because maybe I could have been the one that helped him prevent maybe the situation if he did do what he's alleged of doing. Like
right,
maybe we
have to be clear. It's alleged, right? But look, the reality is with anything like this, I can't imagine, having someone that close to you, Tyvis, having to try to put together the feelings that you have about a friend, someone that you knew, someone that you cared about, someone that you've had a lot of good times with. I mean, we interviewed him on this show not that long ago.
Yeah.
And I would never in a million years have thought the person that we talked to 2 months ago would be the person that would now be facing charges like this. But here we are, and it's, he was an incredible talent here at Ohio State. Obviously, his NFL career didn't pan out quite the same way. And like you said, he had a lot of off-the-field issues. But, yeah, it's let the legal process play out. All of that is there. But just a tragic situation. It's very difficult to even process how something like this could happen. I know you got some of these messages. We were talking about this while you were at your Hall of Fame ceremony at Bedford, where your high school was inducting you to the Hall of Fame.
Blowing up.
And you got your phone blowing up about one of your, good friends being accused of something as heinous as this. I mean, I thought a lot about you this weekend just because I know that's not something that any of us would ever want to deal with or go through. And it is, obviously a tragedy. But regardless of what the outcome is here, we're obviously thinking of the woman's family that's involved in this and obviously lost her life. So, our thoughts and prayers are obviously with her and her family. All right, let's try to switch gears.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
I'm going to start off with OSU women's basketball. They went on the road and beat Oregon 80-64. They also picked up a win against Washington out on the West Coast swing. But I'm going to give it to the frozen princess herself, Elsa. Elsa Lamalia, who is, I believe she's from, am I wrong, Sweden? She's from one of the Scandinavian countries off the top of my head. I can't remember. It's Finland. I'm sorry. She's from Finland. However, she is a sophomore. She had one of her best games at Ohio State.
Yes, she did.
23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. And I mean, to have a standout performance like that on this OSU women's basketball team where Kennedy Cambridge went for 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 steals. It's hard to pick out just one, but either of them could have been our overachiever of the week. But I'm going to give it to the women's basketball team and specifically Elsa and Kennedy. Great job by both of them.
I am going back to the Super Bowl, and although they didn't win, I can't not stop thinking about the performance that Christian Gonzalez had. I mean, I knew coming into the season, I had a top 5 of corners, and Christian Gonzalez was like 2 or 3 on my list. I really thought that highly of him. And, you know, you watch them over these playoffs. It was a couple of games, you know, you think about the Rams game. It was some, or not the Rams game, excuse me. Who did they play before the Broncos?
I'm trying to think too.
The Texans.
That's right. Yeah.
It was a moment in the Texas game that he got beat on the route or something like that, and I was like, And then I think in the Broncos game, I think that Stidham actually hit him up on the deep ball, so I was like, But then he showed up on the granddaddy stage of them all, on the biggest stage, and had a really good game again. If it wasn't for him, this game would have been out of hand a long time ago.
Right.
So although they lost, I want him to get his flowers. He was a really good corner in this game. Still one of the top corners in the game.
Dylan, your overachiever of the week?
Chris G in the chat really wants it to be the substation at Levi Stadium for not hurting anyone yesterday. Even though JSN did go in the tent, I don't know if that counts.
He had a concussion question there. I mean,
he had a bunch. It was like he was getting the back of his foot worked on, then a leg, then he had a concussion. Yeah. I was like, man.
But I'm going to give mine to JSN, not because of his performance specifically from yesterday, but he led the league in receiving this year, and he has a Super Bowl ring to add to it, which leads to my question: is this the best NFL season a former Buckeye has ever had?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Man.
I mean,
offensive player of the year and a Super Bowl.
Let's think about it. Eddie George almost winning a Super Bowl with the Titans, right? Would have to be up there, and he was obviously very good that season for them.
Did Mike Thomas win offensive player of the year when he broke the reception thing?
He did have one really, really good season.
He broke a record. I mean, he in the record books.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to chew on that because a guy that I have to believe should be in that conversation too would be the guy who was coaching the Patriots yesterday, right? Mike Vrabel had a lot of great moments in a lot of Super Bowls, so he would have to be up there. But that's a very interesting question. We'll try to see if we can come up with a better answer on that coming up next, and also we might dip our toe back into a little Buckeye basketball conversation next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads are still looking nice and smooth for the most part on this Monday morning commute, especially if you're taking 315. 270 to Bethel Road will only take you 3 minutes out there. And as you're heading downtown, still looking great, nice and green on this time saver traffic map. Bethel Road to Lane Avenue got you there from 4 minutes. And from Lane Avenue to 670, that busy intersection looking at 3 minutes this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Tri-State Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Tri-State Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4 tire purchase.
And Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
BMI FCU is celebrating their 90th anniversary all year long with monthly sweepstakes. Open a BMI FCU Visa credit card. Enjoy rates lower than the national average and a special rate on balance transfers. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
It's 2026, the year you achieve your health goals. The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Got this. Breathe. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News and World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions for the second time after defeating the New England Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III received the honor of Super Bowl MVP. Before the big game, both the Ohio State men's and women's basketball teams were in action yesterday. The men's squad lost at home to the team up north 82-61. They'll lace them up again at home versus USC on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the women's team won at Oregon 80-64. They'll return home for a ranked matchup against number 22 Maryland this Sunday. And finally, James Harden made his Cavs debut on Saturday. He had 23 points and 8 assists and a 132-126 victory over the Sacramento Kings. This update was sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling, together to serve you better. Schedule today at thewaterworks.com.
One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Did you want to talk?
I forgot what I was going to say.
So we got a thing here. Behind the scenes, when someone has something to say, if they want to start talking, they raise their hand. So Tyvis raised his hand. I looked at him.
I was telling DeVere goodbye.
DeVere Posey was on Morning Juice this morning. Yes, filling in. And we saw him. That was good to talk to him earlier before the show. I saw you raise your hand, and I'm like, I thought you had to read or something.
He came to the door and shot me to do, so I was telling him peace out. That's what
That's good. Yeah, you had me there for a second. All right, so we were talking before we went to commercial. We were talking about Buckeyes who have had a better – is there a Buckeye that's had a better year than Jackson Smith and Jigba? The man led the league in receiving? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay. One offensive player of the year.
Correct.
Now wins a Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's a pretty good list. But you may not be shocked to find out there have been quite a number of Buckeyes who have also had very good years as well. I think we could have a debate about whether or not any of them have had a better year than Jackson Smith and Jigba. But 11 Warriors actually put this together earlier last week. Entering the Super Bowl, who are the guys who have had, similarly good years? There have been 4 players who had the player of the year designate, either in offense or defense. Those guys were Randy Gradishar, when he was a linebacker with the Broncos in 78, defensive player of the year. Michael Thomas, 2019 with the Saints.
Slim.
Offensive player of the year. Nick Bosa in 2022 with the Niners, defensive player of the year. But none of those guys made it to the Super Bowl. Nick Bosa came the closest, losing in an NFC championship game, but now Jackson Smith and Jigba has won the Super Bowl, so there's that in his category. That's good for him. Also, you have unanimous All-Pro. That's what Jackson Smith and Jigba was. He is just the 8th former Buckeye to earn first-team All-Pro honors and make the Super Bowl in the same year. So I was wondering if Mike Vrabel had ever had a year like that. Mike Vrabel did make it as an All-Pro in 97, but they lost this, or not 97, 2007. Vrabel made it as an All-Pro, first-team All-Pro with the Patriots, but they lost in 2007. They lost that Super Bowl.
The Giants.
Meanwhile,
that's unfortunate.
Paul Warfield had 2 years.
Yes, he did.
Where he was first-team All-Pro, 71 and 73 with the Dolphins. They won it in 73. So he did have a year where he was an first-team All-Pro and won the Super Bowl, as did left tackle for the Chiefs, Jim Tyrer. Got to be honest, wasn't that familiar with his game, but let him live. He was an All-Pro 2 years, 66 and 69, and made the Super Bowl both those years. They won it in 69, so let him live there. Pepper Johnson with the Giants was first-team All-Pro in 1990, former linebacker. They won the Super Bowl that year. Jim Lachey, our guy, had one of those years, 91. He was an All-Pro, and they won the Super Bowl in 91 with Washington. And Orlando Pace, 2-time first-team All-Pro, where they also – he was more than that. Some of these guys were more than that too, but these are years where they did that and won the Super Bowl. Orlando Pace, in 99, they won the Super Bowl. The Rams lost in 2001. But, yeah, so it's happened a few times.
Hey, with all Eddie, I think it would be him.
I mean, you got to say
the only thing with Paul Warfield, I don't know if they were doing offensive player of the year.
I don't know either.
So
that may have been a thing
make it hard.
Yeah, that might have been before that award was given out. You're right. And then I saw they even had Lou Groza was the first
he
ever.
Did everything.
Now they say here that he was Sporting News' first ever NFL Player of the Year in 1954, and he became the only Buckeye to win an NFL MVP award. That is as a kicker and left tackle.
Did he win the Super Bowl that year?
There was no Super Bowl.
There was no Super Bowl because that was with the Browns. I don't know if that was the year where they. Oh no, it did. Yeah, that was the year he won an NFL championship.
That's actually it.
He led the NFL in field goal percentage and was also an All-Pro left tackle. So, like,
I think he got that one. Boom.
Okay.
How many teams were there? 8?
That's not the point.
No,
he
but
got
also,
that one right there.
let's be clear. A guy that we're saying may have had as good or better of a season as Jackson Smith and Jigba is a guy who we are talking about that season occurred over 70 years ago. And also that guy, they have an award named after him in college. Right. So, like, that's the level of player we're talking about, the Jackson Smith and Jigba. This is the season that he had. It's
when
pretty
I send
phenomenal.
my Browns invoices, the address is 76 Lou Rosa Boulevard.
Of course it is. Yes, absolutely right.
You know, actually watching the Super Bowl, it was a point of that game where I said, for the first, I don't know if it's the first time ever, but Jason Myers might win MVP.
He should have, I think.
Oh, the kicker for the.
Yeah.
You know what's I saw about him, the Seahawks kicker. He is, I think he gets paid like $4 million a year as a kicker. He is the highest paid kicker in the NFL. They said on the field in this game, he was the only guy on either team that is the highest paid at his position in the league. Was the kicker. That everybody else on that.
I think they were saying he had like the most points this year.
Oh yeah, no,
like
he's been phenomenal.
He had the most, like he scored the most points this year.
But that kind of goes back, Dylan, to what we were talking about with the, if you want to call it lack of star power, whatever the case, like you didn't have the guys, nobody in this game other than the kicker was the highest paid at their position. That's usually where the stars hang out. Highest paid, second highest paid, that kind of level. They're still great players. You mentioned Christian Gonzalez had a hell of a first half, right, for the Patriots. But again, and JSN, we've talked about how good he was, but none of those guys are the highest paid at their positions. So kind of a weird fact of that Super Bowl.
I mean, only people like Tyvis that get off on good defense enjoyed this Super Bowl. Like, who wants to see these bum skill position players for the Patriots just get locked up the whole game?
You mean
me?
You didn't
What do you mean? You know how hard it is to do that?
And for those that say, oh, Stephon Diggs is probably getting cut in the offseason by the Patriots. Okay?
He might have been getting cut by Cardi B.
Him and Cardi B followed each other on Instagram. So
right after that.
You know, that's like, that means it's over.
Doesn't he need to go to court for an alleged crime now as well?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah, he did have some. This has been a year for him.
Well,
he's got good. He got like 4 kids. He'd have been in the news.
Allegedly.
Well, I think one of them is officially.
Okay. By the way, the poll that we put up on the YouTube chat, which you can go to YouTube 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Did you enjoy the Super Bowl? 54% of you saying yes. Closer, you know, I mean, I would think most people typically would just say, yeah, I enjoyed the Super Bowl, but it's not like there was a local team in it. Obviously, it's most of us are just casuals watching it. It was not probably everybody's favorite Super Bowl, but I thought overall, I still found some enjoyment in it. I got what I expected out of the Super Bowl. I don't know what people are looking for. If you're looking for it to be the most well-played game ever, it rarely is.
You know what they want?
If you're looking for it to be like, oh my gosh, all the commercials are great. Well, I mean, I got news for you. That's not happening.
They want it to be 75 to 70.
Yes.
With good commercials that's just funny, that you can't get up and walk away, and they want Michael Jackson to come back and do the halftime show.
Dude,
that's what they want.
But you can't, that's not always going to happen. And also, I mean, I actually thought the part of the highlight of that whole thing was the halftime show. I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I didn't understand most of what was being said. But then again, I listened to a bunch of screaming music where the first time I listened to a lot of songs, I don't understand what's being said. And I've gotten past that. Not everybody's there, but that's where I live.
You know what part I liked about the halftime show is watching it like get set up. And the reason that I was watching it get set up is because I follow one Richard Kevin Sherman, and he was videoing it the whole way.
Oh,
and
really?
I didn't realize the grass was people.
Dude, when I found that out afterwards, if you didn't see this, there's all these big bushels of grass
so
that were
like,
part of the set. I said the whole time, I'm like, how did they build all this in like 8 minutes? How did they put all this grass out there? What was the process? And then they showed the videos afterward of the people just like trotting off. There were people in the grass. Soylent Green is people. The grass was people. That was a big reveal for me last night. I thought that
By
was
the way,
crazy.
This is not our segment, but I want them to play this audio when they get to Friday. They need to jail. They need to send Dylan to jail for harassing me about Drake May for CWB for 3 weeks. They need to jail him.
For those who don't know, We have put Cold White Boy statuses, nominations, everything on hiatus.
We got 19 days
in
left.
honor of Black History Month. We're giving a whole month away to say, no, we don't need to honor CWBs. But that has been a topic all football season long about the CWB with Drake May. We can put that to bed. I'm with you. I don't get a vote in it, but like that dude, let's. All the people do you not feel stupid voting for him for MVP now? All you who had him as your MVP, you have to feel dumb about that. Look at the guy. He didn't do anything in this game.
Season award.
Yes, where the guy was a fraud. And now we found out in the biggest stage, the biggest lights, he went completely cold.
He's
Looked
throwing
terrible.
the guys like Kayshawn Booty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was told by all the Ohio State beat writers that's like the greatest receiver in the history of the NFL because the guy who coached him is now here. So we got to hear about how great that guy is.
Send Dylan to jail on Friday.
I have some interesting NFL quarterback tidbits to share for you coming up next, including one about the Browns quarterback situation from Myles Garrett. That's coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, good morning and happy Monday to you. If you are heading outside of downtown and are traveling eastbound, do note we are seeing a disabled vehicle 70 eastbound at Kelton Avenue or Miller Avenue. That right lane is currently blocked, but at least some good news here. I'm not really seeing any traffic associated with this. They're looking nice and green in this portion of our Time Saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's Bo Bishop here. Valentine's Day is about getting it right. When it comes to jewelry, you don't guess, you go to Diamond Seller. Nearly 80 years of trusted experts, luxury collections, and no pressure. Guy to guy, they make it easy. This Valentine's Day, shop Diamond Seller, Sawmill Road, Easton, or DiamondSeller.com.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
At Low T Center, we extended our New Year's promo to give you the new start you need in February. If you've been feeling exhausted and have lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Synergenics and Low T Center. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you're there. These clinics have the highest quality testosterone covered by insurance and tailored to your body so you know it's effective. This deal won't last forever, so head to lowtcenter.com or synergenics.com and book your free TRT appointment today.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify. All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Black history is American history, and this Black History Month, the Ohio Education Association believes every student deserves the right to learn the full story of the nation we share. I'm OEA President Jeff Wensing. In 33 years as a teacher, I've seen how honest, inclusive education helps students become critical thinkers and engaged citizens. This Black History Month, stand with the Ohio Education Association as we stand up for our students' freedom to learn.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A chilly start this morning, so you'll definitely need the jacket as you head out the door with temperatures in the teens, even single digits in some spots. By this afternoon, temperatures will get right around the freezing mark with increasing clouds. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 20s. Tuesday will be our warmest day with partly sunny skies and highs in the mid to low 40s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You might. Dylan, are we on? There we go. The guy. All I can hear now, every time, Collinsworth all yesterday, all I could hear was Timmy Hall. Oh. Hey, maybe you were watching that football game that was a big game that everyone knows what game it was. Anyway, if you were watching that, maybe you were sitting on your couch. Maybe your couch is near your windows. And maybe you felt, ooh, there's some cold air around the windows here. It's really chilly out. These windows suck. I need better windows. Well, good news. Window Nation is trying to help you get the best windows you can buy for the best deal possible. That is why they're new. Energy efficient windows are now at a great price with Window Nation's buy 4, get 4 windows free sale. Not only are they at a great price, but you buy 4 of them, you get 4 of them for free. And you can act now, get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. Hey, that's coming up. Don't forget about that. Anyway, Window Nation's buy 4 windows, get 4 windows free sale going on now. Great time to replace all the windows in your home. Get rid of the builder grade, older windows that you may have. Get new windows with better insulation that will keep your house warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Keep all that energy, air conditioning heat that you're paying for, keep it in your house. Energy efficient windows are going to help save you money in the long run. Plus, you can get these. They come with a 50-point inspection from the factory, every window they sell, and they can install them in a day or less. Check out Window Nation right now. Get a fast free estimate at windownation.com and do it with their buy 4, get 4 windows free sale going on now. windownation.com to get your estimate today.
Get a little taste of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat.
This show. Yeah, that guy.
But he's sort of much more erect.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. That
wasn't a doink. That was a dong.
Did y'all get enough Chris Collinsworth last night? I'll tell you, the whole time, all I'm hearing is Timmy Hall. I tell you. That was all I could think about as I'm listening to this.
I hate Tim for that.
He's right, though. His impression is spot on. It's one of the best impressions. He does some really good impressions, but that one is one of his best. I mean, are you kidding me? Which one's which? Which one's which? But you know what? There is actually a very I mean, that's all fun, but like the legitimate criticism of Chris Collinsworth, here is a clip of the defensive touchdown that Seahawks scored, right? Great play. This is how Chris Collinsworth chose to frame the discussion in the Super Bowl where there wasn't a ton of offense and the defenses were playing awesome. What did he decide was the story of this game? Here you can hear it.
They bring up pressure as well, and May get the touchdown as Witherspoon came under pressure, and Uchenna Nwosu is going the distance for a touchdown.
Same blitz, Mike, has killed him all night long. They just cannot come up with answers, and it's not that difficult, and it's to the open side for Drake May, and This is going to be just a learning experience tonight.
I feel like the way Collinsworth frames everything, or a lot of the times when he calls games, is how is the quarterback doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that play.
He was terrible is what Drake May was doing.
Well, sure. But also, like, broadcasters are taught that as the game goes on, you need to follow the story. And the story of this game, was it the quarterback play? Or was it the defense?
I mean, both.
No, but the defenses were playing really well.
The quarterback plays was so horrible because the defense was playing well.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm just saying in this moment where it had been a defensive struggle and the defense now scores a touchdown, I'll even give, and you know how much it pains me to say this, brother, when it comes to Kirk Herbstreit.
Oh.
Not my guy.
Oh.
But Herbie.
Is this a compliment? Clip this.
Well, I'm going to say it. Herbstreit even will, when he's calling a game, now he won't know the guy's name. He will be like 47 over here. Shot the A gap.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No. You giving him a compliment. Don't diminish it. Let the compliment just be.
I was talking to my dog yesterday, and my dog told me that 47's a guy. You got to watch out for him. He's a great scout. My dog is not named Scout, but he's a great scout. Anyway, Herbie even, all these guys, they eventually will go, hey, this player on defense, look at what he did to make this play.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is the guy who disrupted that. 90% of Collinsworth yesterday was all about, oh, Drake May, I don't know. He's not that great. I'm not sure. And that's fine. We all knew Drake May wasn't very good. Like in this game, we all saw it. We all saw it.
Knew that dude right there did not.
I'm tired of the slander. Okay, going into the playoffs where it looked like Drake May was going to at least finish second for MVP, I asked you if he should be certified. You said I need to see a playoff win. They then won in the wild card round. They then won in the division round. They then won in the AFC Championship.
Did he win any of those games for them?
It's because of the season he had that I asked the question.
Fine. I feel like he had a lot.
Where are you at today?
I respect off of Tyvis's vibes that he was like, nah, I understand that he had a good season, but I'm not feeling it. And he's now been proven right. But initially, it's not like I was like, he needs to be a CWB based off of his playoff success. It was based off of his regular season success.
You brought it up like twice.
Because you said
you brought it up during Black History Month. How dare you?
You said
you did do that too.
You said all he needs was a playoff win, and you would have gave him the stamp, and he got 3.
Okay, well,
that's
fine.
That's all.
Maybe Tyvis' standards were inconsistent, but I think Tyvis, good for you for holding out. Just like with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you don't want to let anybody in, and I think that's good. You're trying to let's keep the award elite for CWB. He's not elite.
Deion Sanders had a good take.
What was that?
You might not agree with it, but I did. He said that the people that's in the Hall of Fame should vote who should come into the Hall of Fame.
I'm totally fine with that.
I actually agree.
I think I have said in college football when we do the playoff selection committee, why do we have all these administrators who never have laid a down of football?
That's what he said.
Why don't we get guys who played the game to vote on who coaches, players, all that?
I just don't like the fact that it's like they feel like they have to put in is it got to be 6 every year?
They have a rule. They do have a rule that there's no more than 5. I think on that committee that made those selections. Yeah,
it has to be 5. So it can't be one guy.
It can't be more than 5. But yeah, they rarely. You're right. They feel like we didn't get to enough guys.
One guy. But
it could be 0 guys.
Like this year, I got no issue with the guys that's going in the Hall of Fame. Well, hold on.
Well,
outside of Roger Craig. Which I don't have. I mean, it is what it is.
No, you're not a fan of his.
Somebody sent me a tweet over the weekend and said that Thomas Jones' numbers is similar to Roger Craig.
Rushing yards.
Well, yeah, but he had passing. He did have some receiving yards
he had
too.
2,000 passing yards.
I saw the tweet. The total scrimmage yards wasn't even close. I don't even know why that person even sent you that.
All right. Well, we can.
Well, this year, Luke Kuechly, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Adam Vinatieri, and Roger Craig. I got no issue. Well, Roger Craig, yeah, whatever. But the other ones I have no issue with.
By the way, switching gears, you mentioned Deion. Here's Myles Garrett was asked about the quarterback situation in Cleveland. He was with Micah Parsons on Micah Parsons' podcast at the Super Bowl, and here was his comment on what he thought about if Shedeur is the guy.
That's what we're looking at as a guy. No, we're going to give him a shot to prove that he's a guy. So we're not going to give anyone that title until they go out there and earn it. And he was the last person to be on the field, and he showed some flashes. So we're going to give him an opportunity to show what we can really do, uncork the ball.
Yeah, you paying another guy $46 billion. Is he going to get a shot?
I feel like everyone on the roster is going to get a shot. And he was the last guy on the field, so he's obviously going to get first service. And, Deshaun, whoever else on the roster, they're going to get a real look.
Micah Parsons could work in the Cleveland media, I think. That was great.
Why don't nobody mention Dylan Gabriel?
You know why? Because that's done. It's over and done with.
Well, Kirk Cousins not going to be with the Falcons. Is Kevin going to come get Dylan?
Oh, you know what? We'll find out how much. Oh, if that happens, just light your Twitter on fire. Everyone's Twitter is just going to be on fire from all the people who defend Shedeur Sanders. Like, see? I told you. I knew it. I hope it does happen. I really do. I hope he goes there to the Falcons, and then that can be fun. We can have a whole fun storyline.
It makes sense. Michael Penix left-handed, Dylan Gabriel's left-handed.
Hey, look at that. You got to build your protection around left-handed guys. So you got to. Yeah, that's right. That's going to happen. Dude, can we bet on that? Is Kalshi have that up yet? How's that work? Is Giannis going to let me bet on that now that he owns Kalshi? Can we go and do that? Is that
Giannis owns Kalshi?
He bought in. Did you not see that?
I did not see that.
Yeah, he did it. He did it right after everyone was like, "Is Giannis getting traded? Let me go on Kalshi and bet on it." And then he was like, "Hey, by the way, I work for Kalshi and I'm not getting traded." Yeah, so it's like, well, that didn't look great. A little weird. All right. I'm sorry. Was that a little too Collinsworth of me? This show. I was texting with Timmy last night because he went to Kansas, and you'll hear about that at 3:00. I'm sure he had a great time out there, but all of his texts I was just reading in this voice the whole time.
I mean, are you kidding me?
I'm still trying to decide. I asked him, should I cash my bet?
Oh, yeah, we've got to. You know what? Let's get, in 2 minutes' time, we'll get Joshua Perry's insight on that as well. You have a bet that you have put out there.
Yes.
That you've hit on a couple of the legs of this parlay.
It's like 9 legs. I hit on 8. I got 1 to go.
And what's been going? Oh, well, all right. 2 minutes away, we'll ask Joshua Perry if he thinks you should cash this bet or keep it. Joshua Perry, big college basketball expert. So we'll get his thoughts on that in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we are noticing a new crash into our system. This time around, it's if you're heading towards the downtown scene from the west side and really just south of Franklinton. The left lane is blocked on 70 eastbound, just passing 40 or West Broad Street because of yet a crash out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Always still look at myself as a high-performing athlete, even at 40 years old. And so I want to go able to run fast and do things that I could 15 and 20 years ago. And it was getting to the point where the pain was starting to limit that.
Pain attacks people from all walks of life, not just former professional athletes like Bobby Carpenter. That's where QC Kinetics non-surgical treatment steps in.
And now that the pain is gone, I've been able to go and do the stuff that I love and run fast and run sprints and try to get back to where I was.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments use your body's own healing properties to deliver long-term relief without surgery.
Now, being able to go and work out and do the stuff that I want to do and challenge my body, it's made me a better person, a more pleasant person to be around.
Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are now going out on the Bryan Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline to talk to NBC analyst and Milani Joe Powell's godfather, Joshua Perry. JP, I got a question. I need to know.
Yes, sir.
I need some of your expertise. I have a bet on FanDuel right now where I bet on college basketball, right? I got 8 of the 9 legs complete. They're offering me a cash out. I put $5 on it. If I let the bet ride, $5 can turn into $262. But if I cash out right now, it's $133. The game is Arizona versus Kansas. I have Arizona. Do I let it ride or do I cash out?
All right, so I can't tell you anything about the teams. I have not watched more than, I would say, 20 total minutes of college hoops. Football just finished. I'm ready to turn the page now, but there's not really a reason for me to want to feel like I need to turn the page because the Ohio State hoops team hasn't been balling since we were in school. Neither here nor there.
Fair enough.
So,
Let it out, Josh.
To answer your question, it feels like it's against the spirit of why you put the parlay in the first place to cash out. So I would let it ride, but I completely understand if you want to cash out.
Well, Arizona is the number 1 team, but Kansas has Darren Peterson, who's the number 1 player.
Well, is he going to play? I guess the question is, is he actually going to finish the game?
He's been playing. I've asked Jacob Reimer. He said that he's been playing 30 minutes a game now. So, that's that. But he says that, all the other favors is for Arizona, though.
Let it ride. Why not?
Yeah, that's right.
Have a little fun.
That's right. Yeah, it's $5.
Give me some sanitizer and sweat my bet like Scotty Vegas.
That's right.
Like Scotty Vegas.
So this has been a hot topic of discussion for us watching the Super Bowl last night. Was it an enjoyable game? Good game? Let's leave that aside. Did you enjoy watching the Super Bowl as a defensive player yourself? Did you enjoy a largely defensive battle in the Super Bowl?
I mean, I certainly enjoyed it. I think there were. So, by the way, it's going to be hard for me not to enjoy a football game. There's always a reason I can spin in my head that it was a game to enjoy, right? And so you mentioned the defensive play. I thought for the first half of that football game, both of the defenses were phenomenal. And I feel like the Patriots got gassed a little bit toward the end of the game, which you can understand. Their offense just wasn't on the field at all. But they made Sam Darnold look just like a regular quarterback, and he almost threw it to him a few times. Obviously, the Seahawks all game long. And it was that daggone nickel blitz coming through the B gap that the Patriots just couldn't handle. But they were aggressive all game. They looked really good for that sake. I thought special teams played pretty well. Generally, if you were looking for these offenses to just go out and be hooping, that's on you. That wasn't the game that you got. Certainly, I enjoyed it. And then the other part, too, was your boy had a little parlay that was a reasonable bet. I had Seahawks money line, Christian Gonzalez, 5+ tackles, which he had 4. I was heated. And then I had both of the quarterbacks to throw an interception, which Drake May gave us one. And Sam Darnold tried to throw 5 of them. So I felt pretty good the whole game chasing this parlay. So, I'm not advocating for people to bet to make games interesting. That was the first bet that I've made in a year and a half, close to 2 years. And I think these apps are getting a little bit out of control. But, for a big game like the Super Bowl, you throw yourself together a little bit of a parlay. You're probably not going to win it, but it keeps you locked in case you have a bad game like what we had in terms of the offense is not really showing up for a lot of it.
Talking to NBC analyst Joshua Perry on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Josh, when you look at Mike McDonald, I said that he's like the defensive version of Sean McVay. Where do you sit with those comments?
I think I'm fine with that. My dad was watching the game with me last night, and his remark was, this guy seems really energetic. He seems like somebody that the players want to connect with, and he's so young. And it's true. It's funny. My colleague over there at NBC, Maria Taylor, who was all over the coverage all day long, was a high school classmate of Mike McDonald, and she is a young woman. And so it's just really interesting to see a coach that's that young at this height of the game. We don't see it very often. But the thing that stands out to me a little bit more is the fact that he is a defensive coach, and Mike Vrabel is a defensive coach. We have a little bit of this. I don't want to say it's a changing of the guard. Maybe it's the pendulum swinging back a little bit. where the quarterbacks that we saw in this game, and part of the Drake May, for all the people who are commenting on the Patriots pass there, maybe that had a little bit to do with it. But Sam Darnold's a guy who, over the last 2 years became more notable, but nobody would call him one of the elite quarterbacks in the game. I think part of football right now is swinging back to having a strong run game, which both of these teams had to ride their run game a little bit to get here. And the idea that you need a great defense in order to win a championship instead of some of the teams that we had seen maybe even 5 years ago, which defense might not be great, but they could just score 1 million points, right? I think we're back in this era of like actual football and not just guys playing hoops on grass. And so it's interesting to see that it's kind of the young defensive coach that's able to get it done this year.
You mentioned the running game. Kenneth Walker III, a Big Ten guy, Michigan State guy, had, a typical, I don't want to say typical game for him, but like if he was going to have a great performance in the Super Bowl, I think all fantasy players who had him on their roster this year know he would get you a bunch of yards and then not score a touchdown. 130 yards, no touchdowns in this game. It was a quintessential Kenneth Walker III game. But what do you think about the theory online that he probably is owed some money by Mel Tucker for that gigantic contract that Mel Tucker signed at Michigan State? Because I think we don't talk about how good he was at Sparty that year, like that year that he had.
Yeah, I think there's probably some truth to that. Like Mel needs to go ahead and he should just mail him royalties every month is really what needs to happen off of that. There were some other really good players on that team too, so it wasn't all just Kenneth Walker, but like obviously, when you have a guy who can control the game on the ground like that, it certainly increases your chances to win football games. And I think I'll be interested to see what happens with the Seattle offense as Kubiak moves on in the coming years, because there was a really good feel and rhythm to play calling for me, where they weren't afraid to just call a bunch of runs back to back to back, and they weren't afraid to get the football out of Sam Darnold's hands quickly. And we saw how they would use Jackson Smith and Jigba in formations. They would have him lined up in the backfield. They would have him in the slot, motion him out. They would motion him across the formation. They would motion somebody out so he could be the inside receiver when he lined up outside. It's just things like that keep a defense guessing. So it just felt really comprehensive. But to your point, back to the question you were asking, yeah, Mel Tucker needs to mail that kid some money because he can ball.
I don't think he has as much as he used to, given other issues that have happened since then.
Well,
but
I'm about to say he asking him for the money.
Yeah,
he asking Kenneth for a couple dollars now. Josh, if you had to, when you look at these two teams between the Patriots and the Seahawks, which one of them are you more encouraged could make go back to the Super Bowl next year?
It's a really interesting question that you asked, because I feel like, well, you're welcome. Ownership for either one of these teams, you would say, is like premier ownership, right? So both of them are going to do the things it takes to try to win at the highest level. So that's going to all be there. I think we look at both of these coaches and we say that these guys are stars and they're phenomenal at the craft. And so you're like, okay, either one of them can get back. There are some years where you look at a coach and it's like, damn, you got some pretty good players that you're riding the coattails of. Like, no, these are two good coaches. To me, it always felt like the Patriots were ahead of schedule. It felt like they were a couple years early to the party. And I know people are probably going to be down on Drake May after the way that he looked, and I wouldn't blame them. But this is also an offensive line who, their tackle that was having most of the issues is a young player in the league. And certainly he's going to get better. And I think we saw some flashes from Travion Henderson when he did get the football and they did get him some space, that he's a guy who is a legitimate playmaker, as we saw at Ohio State. Like, I think that both of them can get back, but the Patriots have a lot of really good young players that are going to be inexpensive for the next few years, and they can continue to build around that young core. So I like the trajectory of where they're at. Maybe they never get back. Like, maybe that was Drake May's one and only chance to do it, but it just seems to me like they'll be back there because they have the core that they want of young players, and they'll be able to bring in some, fill in the gap type players, some game-changing players, because the young players are cheap.
There you go. Joshua Berry, good analysis as always. Next week begins our long off season where we start speculating about who's going to go in the draft where. That'll be fun. We'll do 2.5 months of that. You ready for it?
Yeah, I am actually. I think the mock draft culture is a little bit out of control, but I do think that it provides us with intriguing talking points.
Oh, it
and
never fails.
I like being able to see which guys just started watching the college players and which guys actually watched them during the college football season. It'll be interesting.
There we go. We'll start diving in next week, bud. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it as always, okay?
All right, take care.
There you go. Joshua Perry on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, we are noticing a big crash as you're heading downtown from the west side, 70 eastbound, just passing 40 and West Broad Street. That left lane is blocked and backing up a lot of people this morning, 5 miles per hour in certain portions. Lots of red on this time-saver traffic map. So to avoid it all, if you can, get off 70 eastbound and take West Broad Street instead, all the way eastbound and get to 315. Once you get to 315, head southbound that way, get you back going 70 in that eastbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
You got this. Breathe. You got this. You got it.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, please, God, no.
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Back in the day, if you wanted to listen to the Fan, you turned on the radio, and that was the end of the story. But now, oh baby, stream us live on the Fan app. TuneIn app, iHeart app, we're everywhere. The Fan, Ohio's streaming destination.
John's Garage Doors, John's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
I started my first business at 12 years old, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I thought I was crushing it until my buddy down the street undercut me by $2. But he didn't just cut the price, he cut corners too. That's when I learned if you do the job right, people trust you, and integrity beats profit. People care more about how you show up and whether you do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we crush it, and we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and the spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. Because when you care about the people you serve, you work harder, and it shows. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com. And yeah, we still beat the other guy.
Don's Garage Doors. Don's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Want to know anything about the fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis says that in all his years being in football locker rooms, he never once looked at another man's junk. He cannot say the same thing about working at this radio station. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Super Bowl Monday. Hope you are recovering. I noticed today when I was driving in at like 4:30 in the morning, way more cars on the road than normal. And I thought, my initial innocent thought was, wow, so many people who are just getting up early to get to work. Watch the Super Bowl to get up and get to work. And then I realized, no, this is everybody leaving from the party after the fact. Or maybe, who knows, whatever it was.
People took the day off?
Oh, I think we should all get the day off.
That's why they need to push it back another week.
Well, don't worry.
Well, they are next year,
Well, you know why? Because my birthday this year, that's my gift, is I'm giving people the day off.
Oh, look at that. Ryan Baker is in, by the way. Good morning, Bake.
Good morning. Listen, I know you're a Hall of Famer now, but it's not all about you, all right? This isn't all about you.
I'm looking out. I'm looking out for the people. I gave them the day off, so everybody can celebrate by having the day off. Celebrate Tyvis.
That's
you got celebrated this weekend. That's enough.
Yeah, you did. 2 times. They celebrated the basketball game on Friday up in Bedford.
2 times is it.
And then Saturday you had the banquet.
Yes.
Now, Bake, this is what he tells me. We opened the show and I said, how'd it go? And he's like, well, we had a speech. The limit was supposed to be 5 minutes, but there were like 4 other people that went before him.
Mm-hmm.
They all went over 5 minutes. And he said, so I felt it would be disrespectful to go fewer than 5 minutes. Disrespectful to who?
So he gave the last guy no time.
Yeah,
last guy didn't get talking.
That was nice.
No, the banquet was supposed to end at 9. We didn't leave at 9:30.
Because you all talked too much.
They did.
Now,
I might as well jump in.
He also compared his speech favorably to Martin Luther King Jr. He said it was.
You heard of "I Have a Dream"?
Is that how you started it? Is that how you started
He's saying it was as good or better.
Little Tyvis had a dream.
If you listen to me talk, you was moved.
Oh, is that right?
You wanted to do better.
We need to move to the restroom.
Right. If it's going to stink like that, I might as well be in there. As opposed to out here.
They was in there cheering.
I'm sure your speech was very entertaining.
Encore is what they were saying afterwards.
I'm just saying, if you give a speech, you can't be the one out here saying like, "Oh, it was great." That's for others to decide. You may have thought it went well.
My wife said she enjoyed it.
Okay,
that's all that matters.
She cried.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's good.
See?
Was that before or after you made her put the treadmill together?
Don't nobody know it. But first of all,
I did not make that.
No,
that's not what happened. Put together a treadmill.
Can I tell my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I got a treadmill, and I was trying to put it together, but I got stuck and couldn't figure out where this piece was or where it was supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked my wife to come downstairs and look at it and tell me where this piece is or where it's supposed to go. She came downstairs and she took the paper and just took over and started doing it herself. So then I looked and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got it." She says, "Tyvis, move."
You obviously didn't.
I was stuck.
That's right, Bake. That's
I was
exactly
stuck.
Right. Yeah.
You don't get stuck putting stuff together?
Honey, come help me. I can't do it. I can't.
Right.
I can't. It's too hard.
So then it turned into a group activity.
Were you reading the directions?
Who does that?
Well,
somebody who doesn't want to ask his wife to help.
What is these directions? What are you talking about?
So,
no, you just look at it and you can tell where things go.
Let's see, Tyvis.
Common sense.
years ago we bought a portable, the rollout basketball hoop for the street, so we could have that for the kids to shoot baskets on. It was during COVID when we had
nothing
else
to do.
Nothing to do. So I'm like, let's buy a basketball hoop, put it together. So I'm out in the garage putting this thing together for an hour and a half, and I got to the point where I too got stuck, and I just said to her, "Can you help me?"
Did you
look
read
at
the
this?
instructions?
She looked at it and it was almost comical, where she took the instructions, flipped them over, and was like, "It goes this way." And I felt like an idiot. But then I was done.
Instructions upside down.
Well, I had just been looking at it for half an hour, and I was stumped like you were. And then she showed me what it was. I did it, and then she went back inside, and I completed the project. And then
ours was a group activity.
I see.
It's bonding. Husband and wife bonding.
Yeah, she completes the task while you watch.
That's what I'm saying. Too many of those. She's going to be bonding with a divorce lawyer is all I'm saying. She's going to be she's going to be talking to him about it.
I see. It was already a lot of changing diapers in your future. They're going to be a lot more now. Honey,
she did.
The baby poop. I'm sorry, I'm in here putting the cabinets together.
I said I needed help with this one thing. The next thing I know, she's putting the thing together. What you want me to do?
You want something done right, do it yourself, I guess.
I can't say, the most to say, no, don't do that.
You could just say, hey, I appreciate you wanted to help. But
that's what I said.
Come on.
She wasn't hearing it.
Baker, am I safe to assume that today there will be a little bit of Super Bowl discussion on the show?
Yeah, quite a bit of Super Bowl. Looks like probably the whole first hour we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Probably because we don't want to talk about Buckeye basketball, but
brutal.
We're going to have to. I was listening to you guys coming in today and some of your thoughts on Buckeye basketball, and it made me get some of my thoughts on Buckeye basketball together, and it's just not a good situation.
No, it's bad. We got to
give it time.
Got to get it right.
We don't. That's the problem, though, Tyvis. We don't give anything time anymore. Look at Sam Darnold.
No, we don't.
He didn't get any time.
Yeah, well.
No, he didn't. And
now the
look
Seahawks get the benefits.
It's unfair.
Yeah, that's right. That's cold, hard world we live in, Tyvis. It is. You know about that. If you had more time, your wrist still would be hurt. But maybe.
I was telling somebody in the chat, Chris G asked me, you or Christian Gonzalez, who's better? I said, I'm the best DB to never do it.
Oh.
Boy, do I have a whole new respect for Christian Gonzalez after last night.
Yeah, he was awesome.
That dude was ridiculous.
If they could have found a couple touchdowns earlier in that game, I thought he had a very good case to get MVP of the game, but didn't work out for him.
He was doing everything he could.
Top 5 and not 5.
Hey, that's, yeah. All right, plenty of Super Bowl discussion. Maybe some Buckeye basketball discussion. All coming up 9 to noon. Bishop and Friends coming up next right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
Friday, right after the show, we were in the office. I got on my Instagram. I saw that Ryan Russillo's story was live, or had a little, thing that he's posted something to his story. I click on it. Clicked on it, and I saw an image you're not supposed to be able to see on Instagram.
What?
It was a lady from the neck down to the waist, and the region of her body that is usually not allowed to be posted on Instagram unless it's fully clothed.
Yes.
Was not clothed. At all.
And pierced, by the way.
And pierced as well. Yes.
Dylan saw.
Oh, yeah, we did say Dylan saw. Because I went and said, Dylan, look at this. Go check out your Instagram. I feel like the dude in, what is that, Office Space was like, Peter, Channel 9.
Did he come out and say, did he say he was hacked?
No, I think.
Oh,
I believe
he owned up to it.
Was this a Shannon Sharp type?
It was actually. Supposedly,
what was her name? Mary or?
Should have known because people were screaming it out during that. No,
Michelle. It was Michelle.
That's
because
right.
The one Michelle, whoever came out and said it wasn't me. I swear. I am nowhere near Shannon Sharp's house today.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to go look it up, you definitely can go. You can go see it if you want to, but apparently, supposedly his story was, well, I was at the Super Bowl and stuff happened. I got a message I wasn't supposed to post. I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
Paid high dollar for that Instagram story.
Anyway, hope you had a better weekend than Ryan Russillo did with his Instagram stories.
I mean, maybe his weekend was great. I'm guessing it was pretty darn good.
Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll be back tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A heads up for our north side drivers. 270 eastbound is a little bit slower at 30 miles per hour as many people start to head out the door. No really major traffic alerts to report, just some congestion really building. At least for 270 westbound, no issues there, clocking you in at 70 miles per hour. And as for your drive times northbound, just in case you're heading towards 670 to 270, if you take 71 north, that's looking at 9 minutes. Also 9 minutes is taking 315 north. Not too bad for your Monday morning commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with